Earlier, the EU should become a strategic player to be reckoned with. And then some cute news to end off your news headlines. Mama Bear and Cutie Cub turn up for soccer. Now, a few days ago, an Alsatian headed a perfect goal on a soccer field in Chile. The following day, an energetic Cocker Spaniel speeded onto a cricket field in Ireland and playfully claimed the ball with players and officials giving chase. Today, however, we have a report of a Mama Bear and her cute cub exploring, or let's rather say taking part in a soccer game in India's eastern state of Odisha. The field is close by a forest, and when the ball was kicked out, to everyone's utter amazement, the bear and cub made a sudden and surprise appearance from the bushes and pounced on the ball. They sniffed it and bounced it between them, then literally also kicked and tossed it in the air, appearing very reluctant to return it. All these antics, of course, much to the stunned amusement of a large crowd of locals. And then, in contrast to the aforementioned well-mannered dogs, they blatantly took it with them and disappeared back into the forest. Well, there we have it. That is your news headlines. And that is where I leave you for your 6 o'clock news headlines. I'll be back on the top of the hour. Here's G standing by with a first look at the sports.
Well, that is a tough act to follow, but let's give it a try. Let's start with news coming out of the Springbok camp. Springbok coach Jacques Nenaba has now made just 2 changes to the starting lineup, with Marvin Ori taking over at lock from Loot Diaga, and then Trevor Nyakane named at loosehead prop, with Stephen Kitsoff now moving to the bench in the place of Oxen Chair. So Nyakane, who boasts 48 test caps, and Ori, who last ran out for the world champions in the team's second test against Argentina in Nelson Mandela Bay a little over 3 weeks ago. And on the bench, only Damian Willemse and Herschel Yankees provide cover for the backs, with the coach opting for the customary 6-2 split. Kickoff on Saturday is at 9:05 in the morning. And on to cricket. Organisers have confirmed that the remainder of the Indian Premier League will have spectators back inside stadiums when it resumes in the United Arab Emirates on Sunday. The league have not yet said how many fans would be allowed or whether they would have to show a vaccination certificate upon entering into the stadium. The world's richest cricket tournament was suspended back in May, with 31 matches left to play, when several players and backroom staff testing positive for COVID-19. Sunday's game sees the Chennai Super Kings play the Mumbai Indians. And on to footballing news. Brazilian footballing legend Pelé says he is ready for 90 minutes plus extra time. That was after being discharged from intensive care at a hospital in Sao Paulo. The 8-year-old had surgery to remove a tumor from his colon and had been receiving treatment since the 31st of August after the tumor was detected in routine tests. Brazil's all-time leading goal scorer has had his health issues recently, having been admitted back in 2019 and gone under the knife in 2015. Then on to athletics. The World Anti-Doping Agency is set to review whether cannabis should remain a banned substance. This move follows American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson's missing the Tokyo Olympics after testing positive for the substance back in June this year. The 21-year-old later revealed she had used cannabis to help cope with the death of her biological mother. WADA says the scientific review will begin next year, and that cannabis will still remain prohibited in 2022. Testing positive for cannabis currently carries a ban of up to 4 years, although it can be reduced to 3 months if athletes can show taking it was not related to sports performance. If you missed any of those details, we'll touch on them again in about an hour or so. Right now, let's get you set for the day ahead with a South African weather perspective from Carl.
Thanks a lot, Brother G. Let's get on to some weather, and starting off with weather news. Buffalo City Metropolitan Municipality in the Eastern Cape is feeling the effects of the long-term devastating drought ravaging the province. Supply dams' average is below 33%. The Metro has already implemented its Stage 3 water restrictions program. Its 2 largest dams, which supply East London and Mdantsane, have dropped to 23% and 18% of capacity, respectively. Buffalo City Metro's Mayor, Khola Bagati, says they are looking at other means, such as the provision of boreholes for rural communities or at the possibility of a desalination plant, and added, and I quote, "As of now, we have concluded that due to climate change, we are not going to have sustainable rainfall again." The municipality is also ramping up its public awareness campaign and has urged residents to report any water leaks. Moving on to our favorite part of the show, which is your sunrise images, and these come from around the country. I'm just waiting for yours if you haven't sent it already, and I'm going to start you off with Adalport from Agrabi's Falls National Park, who captured the spectacular view overlooking the area as the sun rises in the distance. Audrey Elise Kleinans didn't share her location with us, but we would love to start our day with this view she experienced as the sun rose over the ocean, illuminating the sky. That's a wrap of those sunrise photos. I would love some more, please, so just send it through to the Expresso Facebook page, and don't forget your location as I cover some locations across the country as well as those temperatures. Let's start off in Polokwane. Goeiemorgen, good morning. 13 is your minimum to a high of 26 degrees Celsius. Bombela, you can experience a beautiful 14 degrees Celsius this morning, but you rise steadily to 21. Partly cloudy in your area too. Pretoria, 12 to 30, nice and warm, looking good, even though there has been a little bit of precipitation over there, 25% chance. In fact, Johannesburg, 10 to 27 today. My king, you can expect 28 your high from a low of 6. Gladstone, 5, and that rises to 29. Kimberley, 3 to 21 today. Bloemfontein, 2 is your minimum to your max of 22. Richards Bay, a 60% chance of rain, 20 is the high from a low of 15. Pietermaritzburg, 9 to 15 today with an 81% chance of rain. Durban, good morning to you, 14 is your low, and you jump up to 18 with an 81% chance of precipitation in your area. Umtata, 5 to 14 with a 69% chance. East London, 10, you go up to 18 degrees Celsius. Cradock, 3 to 17. 10 to 16 today. George, some rain expected, about a 64% chance. 13 is your high from a low of 8. Cape Town, 12 to 16 with a 56% chance of rain. Worcester, 2 to 16. Sutherland, you start quite chilly, -2 up to 12, and then Uppington wrapping up with you. 7 is your low to a high of 22 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of the weather news as well as your sunrise photos and your temperatures. If you've got any more of those sunrise photos, please send them my way on the Expresso Facebook page.
Sometimes we talk about what we dream about, and she has something
I dreamt that I was President Cyril Ramaphosa last night and that I needed to borrow a suit because I didn't have a suit. And when I got the suit, I couldn't get, there was like a weird tie, cravat thing going on. I couldn't get it to work. It was intense. It's intense being the president when you don't have the right wardrobe. I won't lie.
It's okay. Listen, dreams are coming true on the show, though, because we have Aurora here with us today.
They are looking gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I feel like it's dream girls.
They are amazing. They are so talented, and they are here to perform for us and, yes, for you guys as well. So we are so privileged to have them here. Then we're going to take a techie turn. We're getting into a bit of b-ball and some of the tech that goes into one of the latest basketball games that's been released, and then maybe a little bit of basketball fitness as well. So lots on the go. You can start warming up those dance and those vocal muscles, and we will see you in just a moment.
And no, you're not dreaming. No, you're not dreaming.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3, and I got a surprise for you because there are some performers on my couch. Before we get there, let me set the scene. The worldwide COVID-19 pandemic abruptly halted the livelihoods of many. And you know this, especially those who are making a living outside of Mzansi's borders. Now, this includes 3 singers named Chelsea, UB, and Kaylee, who worked in Spain, gracias, as singers in tribute groups. Last month, they joined forces to become the vocal group Aurora, and they are joining us as our performers today. We are going to get to know them before they take the Expresso stage, so let's give them a massive feel-good welcome. It is Aurora! Adele! Gracias! They said they worked in Spain. It's important for me to do what I can. Hola. Hola, ladies.
Hola.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I have to start there. You mean Spain? That's quite interesting. Which one of you is the most fluent at Spanish? All of you good? No?
Kaylee.
No.
Kaylee's way better.
Buenos
I
dias.
understand better. Buenos dias.
Sí.
¿Cómo estás?
Lekker.
That's fine.
That's it. That's how I got for you.
That's perfect.
Thank you very much, because you need to respond.
Yes,
When
yes,
I was in
yeah.
Spain, I said lekker, and they went bale. I was like, okay, la, lekker.
Yeah.
That's it. It works. But ladies, it's great to have you along for the journey today. I know there's going to be some new music as well. But before we start, let me start just with you, UB, in terms of the group getting together. There's always a story about that. You know, people have got story of like, oh no, we met on that reality TV show.
Yes,
Some
yes.
people meet on different types of platforms. How did you guys get together?
Yes, as you mentioned, we worked abroad, and
Yeah.
myself and Chelsea, actually, we know each other for quite some time.
Okay.
The time that I actually moved through to Western Cape, that's where I met her. I met her on stage. And,
Oh, like on stage, like
yes.
while performing, like, how are you?
I actually saw her performing, and that's where we actually met. We actually shared a stage as well. So
Oh.
that's where we met, and then years later,
Yes.
met Kaylee because I auditioned for a company that I started working for, and we ended up working together. And just like the universe wanted it, we all end up working for the same company.
Oh, right.
Met abroad, and
Became
that is actually
friends
where we
and,
became friends and acquainted, and
Then,
this is
okay.
where we are. That's why we are so close.
Bit of
to that.
sangria, bit of paella. Next thing you're like,
Very
paella.
important. There we
Exactly.
go. Chopitos, chopitos.
Okay. Gracias. That's how it goes. Yeah. I'm going to say gracias a lot. It's fine. I might just throw in some Spanish football teams. Just hold on. Anyway, Barcelona. What I was going to say is, right, Caesar Music Productions is basically
right.
what you guys are connected to. I would love to know about how that has helped you guys out as forming as a group, and also to capture your sound, because it's quite interesting. If you
Yeah.
are 3 different people, all of you have a certain sound.
Yeah.
So surely a music production company will help you hone in the differences and create a succinct sound so people know what Aurora is all about.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, since this whole COVID thing,
Yeah.
we tried to do something, the business side of music as well. So myself and my husband actually started the company.
Okay.
And because I know the 2 ladies,
All right.
I know their sounds, I was like, okay, it would be perfect.
Okay, hold on. So you're in the group, but you're also like kind of a boss. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So, and I mean, how does that pan out? How does that work for you guys in terms of finding, because everybody's got their own thing,
Yeah.
their own opinion, their own idea.
Yeah.
When you record, somebody's gonna go that high note there, and then
Yeah.
everyone's like, no, it must be lower, man. Le-hoo.
Yes.
How does finding, because I know finding a sound is quite difficult. How did you
Yeah.
guys do that?
I think all of us have old souls, if I can
True,
mention it
true.
that way.
Ah.
So it was much easier. Like I said, I know this sound.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know exactly who can do what.
Okay.
And it's like, we need to put this together. And I started as a solo artist, so they used to help me out as well. So it's like, okay, let's create a group. Let's do something different.
Okay.
Let's do something new.
And Aurora?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there were other names on the table. Like you guys thought, like your Spice Girls, we can't do that. Let's call ourselves Hara. That's not going to work. So what do we? It could have actually worked. I'm just saying. I mean, I wish I was part of the brainstorm.
Yeah.
But so how did you come up with Aurora? This is going to be another hour story. Oh my word, yeah.
We were looking for something fresh.
Yes.
And we all about like different languages and different sounds.
See.
Yeah, you know. So the meaning of Aurora is
Yes.
something new, and that is exactly what we are. So we're like, okay, let's go for that word because it's something. It's a
right.
goddess of
Of dawn, yes.
of the dawn, exactly.
Can
So
I
that's-
just say that that's
yeah.
such a great way of you getting me to ask Kaylee about something new. which happens to be a single. I saw what you did there, and I'm picking up what you're putting down. Well done.
So
Ricky.
putting it in there.
Kaylee, just in a nutshell, something new. If you could just give me like what we're going to hear a little later, it's your new single. Give me a couple of words to describe the song that we are about to hear on the Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Okay, well, you know SWV, right?
Yes, I do.
The old
They make me
school
weak.
girl groups. So we're trying to bring back that sound.
yes,
So you
please.
can look forward to some old school vibes, old school sound.
Yeah.
My word. Okay, the old school, like a trio type of thing.
Yeah.
It works. This is going to be great.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, ladies. I know more now, and I feel like this is going to be a performance not to be missed. So please, don't go chasing waterfalls. Just stay here with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Aurora is here, and they are going to be looking after you. They've got an amazing performance. So make sure you get nice and cuddled around your TV, because it's a lot of hair, but more talent, which is quite important. So please stick around on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso here on S3. It's Aurora.
So I'm busy having a look at some facts here that I didn't actually know about coffee, and I've been like studying
You know
coffee for like
everything.
the last year. I love it. I'm still mind blown about the new Nespresso system that's coming up. When are we allowed to actually talk about it? I don't know, but just stand by.
think
Stand by
Mzansi's
for that.
ready for it.
But I'm going to tread a bit of water now and test your knowledge about coffee. Maybe these are facts that you did know or you didn't know, and let's see if our other coffee aficionado, Mr. Wasty.
I'm ready.
Ooh.
I shout it to
I know.
Aurora.
Hey, how lovely are they?
And just they are spectacular, honestly.
Brushing up on your Spanish there.
Sí,
papi,
yes.
yeah.
Buenas
Muy
días.
bien.
And what-
You guys look fantastic. I'm loving the vibe today. But
Game reserve.
I hope you're ready. A bit of a true or false. So this is how it's going to go out. And we know that coffee is obviously one of the world's most popular beverages,
Yeah.
certainly in this little neck of the woods. But it's also one of the most intricate when it comes to the farming and harvesting of it. So much goes into getting the coffee from the tree all the way into our cup. So today we're going to look at where it all starts, the harvesting of the coffee, with 5 facts that maybe you didn't know about coffee harvesting. So let's kick it off. Are you guys ready?
True or false? Yeah.
Okay,
Got it.
Do we need to have like a sound, or we just shout out the answer? What do you think?
You can be even a team together if you want.
Can we
Are
be a
you
team?
feeling
We
competitive?
can.
We've never been a team
Yeah,
before.
I always
We're
feel
always
like
against
I put
each
you
other.
against each other.
Thank you.
Okay.
I've always wanted to be like a team with somebody who owns a game reserve. Let's go for it. Like,
Exactly.
it's really
and
great.
quite a zhuzh, a 5-star.
Yes, like this is a proper.
This is not,
you know,
this ain't no.
you get to see the
glamping.
rhino
no,
up
no,
close.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Stop.
So to tell when a coffee cherry is ripe, you have to look at its size. Is it true or false?
I'm going to say false.
I'm going
What
to
do you say?
say true. Oh,
We're a team, eh?
we're a team. So
Yeah,
are you
forgot.
going to say false?
I just think because, yeah, that's...
If he says false,
Okay, then
we'll go
what
with
do you
him.
think is the right answer?
I think if she says true and I say false, then we can't be wrong as a team.
Exactly.
Because we have both answers covered. I'm saying false.
You're saying false. Well, it is indeed false. So when you tell that a coffee cherry is ripe and ready to be harvested, it's actually the color. It's
Colour.
bright red.
I knew that, yes.
If it's green, you are a little bit too early, and if it's black, you are way, way too late. And the farmers are all trained to obviously ensure that they pick the ripe cherries, the perfect cherry for the cuppa cuppa. Okay, question number 2. Some countries harvest coffee twice a year.
What are you feeling with this one?
Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a once-a-year thing for some reason. I don't know why. I'm getting that feeling.
I want to say it's
Do you want to say true? Okay, we're going to go with what you said now. We're going to go with true now.
Yeah.
True,
Okay.
twice a year, yeah.
You are correct.
Yes,
Well done.
man!
Instincts are on the money. So certain countries, such as Kenya, we know produce amazing coffee, have 2 crops, a main crop, and then what they call a fly crop. It's the fly crop.
Oh, what's up,
It's my
player?
fly.
What's
Isn't
up,
that
fly
fly
crop,
Kenya?
man?
Oh, coming
It is
in
a
with the
G.
little crop, yo.
Yeah, boy.
They then have 2 harvests a year.
They always try to
But they've got to be fly. They've got to be fly. Those and dope. They have a 3rd dope harvest. No, they don't. They don't.
Geese.
Okay, here is your 3rd question. Coffee is hand harvested because coffee cherries ripen at different times.
I feel like this is true.
We're going to go with
True.
our partner with true.
You are correct.
Yes.
Well done. It's exactly on the money. And this is why it becomes so intricate when you're harvesting. So farmers have to hand harvest most of the cherries as they ripen at different times on even the same branch. So you've got to really check it out. And it takes 3 to 5 trips, in fact, to pick from all of the coffee trees. So some have to be left to mature and they have to be harvested at exactly. So it's got to be a kind of a hand vibe like that, eh?
You
Yeah.
can have a coffee dance now.
Yes, it's got to be like a coffee dance. What
And
is
who
the
goes
coffee
back
dance?
for the third pick? The fly guy.
Oh, that makes sense.
The fly
It
guy.
does. The guy that's dope.
All right, fourth question. In a harvesting method called stripping, pickers strip trees of their leaves to make cherry easier to pick.
Did you say stripping?
Stripping.
Stripping.
Makes
It does make sense.
Sense, 'cause
It
you
does,
have to
because
strip
you have
it
to
off.
strip
Strip the leaves off so you can access the cherries more easily.
That's the leaves that I feel like this could be true.
true. I'm going with Carl as well. My partner says true, so we are going with true.
Wrong.
We're wrong.
Is it false?
Your first one wrong. It's false.
Oh,
No, I misled you with the way that I asked the question.
Oh,
I'm
because
sorry,
you
I
said
was
stripping
devious.
so
I was
loudly.
like, yeah. Stripping is another method of harvesting where pickers slide their hands along the branches and then strip the trees of both ripe and unripe cherries, not the leaves.
Oh.
And that then falls onto a tarpaulin underneath the trees, and then the fruit is meticulously sorted in a machine or by hand, even as a few unique beans. Then, some that aren't ripe exactly can change the whole taste of a whole batch. Okay, let's get into our
Final
our
one.
fifth fact here.
Okay,
Some countries use machines to shake the coffee berries from the trees. Imagine that, a machine shaking the trees.
This feels false to me.
This feels false
That
to me
feels
as
false.
well, because why would you want to do that?
Yeah, why would
get a
you
machine?
want-
But also, if you are smart to get a machine to do that, then you wouldn't have people to pull
If you get this
but-
right, guys, so think about it, if you get this right, I'll make you a Brazilian coffee.
But okay, but also
this is
earlier you said that the
Cappuccino
tree
do
itself, like let's just say the branch, those on the same branch they ripen at different times. If you're going to shake the whole thing, you might drop in some unripe cherries. So I'm going to say false.
False. We're going to go with false.
Unfortunately, I get the coffee this morning because you are wrong.
Really?
Now, in some places, in
shaking
countries
trees.
like Brazil, which have very large plantations and the land is flat, which allows the machines to be able to access that, they are used for harvesting, they're driven over the tree, they shake the branches so that all of the fruit falls off, then the cherries are then sorted in other machines which weed out the green ones, and presumably the green ones are put into. So I get the coffee this morning. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
out of five,
That's
not too
fine.
bad.
We're not too
You
bad.
learned something,
We did.
okay?
Yeah.
And you're both fly to me.
And
okay?
dope.
That
You
was
are
so
both
dope. Well done.
dope, man. Incredible to see how much goes into just one cup of deliciousness, and learning about it makes my love for coffee grow even stronger.
You're a ripe cherry,
Very
you know
not
that?
appreciate with
And
that.
it smells amazing, and now I know how
that's
much
great.
has gone into creating just this.
Wow.
That's fine.
Perfect.
I'll
Only
get you some
perfectly
water if you want.
harvested berries.
Yeah. Sorry.
Care is bringing passion to everything you do.
Proving good taste and good values go hand in hand.
Care is what goes into every single cup of Nespresso.
Made with care. Hecho con cuidado.
Nespresso. What else?
Yep, he's back, and he's back for a very good reason. NBA 2K22 is here. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. I've only seen the game for all of 0.3 seconds, but it looks amazing. There is so much that goes into an incredible new game like this, and especially the basketball titles. But is this the new sports game you should be picking up? Grant is here to tell us if that is the case.
Do you like basketball?
I like your face on that character.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me,
that's
dude?
That's like the elephant in the room, is that my character is in the game, and we're going to talk about it. Look, that's...
Oh, you're not
That's me, yeah. So I'm not actually in the game. I did not sign a contract with these guys, but what you can do as a player is you can scan your face in.
Are you texting Amble?
I'm probably texting Amble or rescheduling something because I'm very bad at appointments. But the exciting thing about this is that you can obviously scan your face in and you can have a career mode. So a lot of people know career modes from FIFA.
Yeah, for sure.
But now you've got a career mode in NBA 2K22. But what's exciting about it is that they've introduced other aspects of your career that aren't on the field or aren't on the court.
Yeah, which are very much a part of a baller now. Their life is very much about their promotion, how their image and brand is managed.
Exactly. So you can get deals, brand deals, in the game and then do different skills. So, like, you can actually rap on a street corner, you can skate, you can, like, have this big side career where you're an influencer, get paid to
You're going to
post
become an
about
underwear
stuff.
model. Be an underwear model. Look at you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I look really good in this game. Like, I got to go to gym. But this is one of the career modes. Obviously, there's the actual basketball play, which is what a lot of people will just jump in and get into playing. And that is obviously the best of the best right now. If you're into basketball, it's
because it's got to stand up in the actual gameplay. What are these? And I don't want to call them gimmicks because this is all really cool, but ultimately it's a sports game that's got to stand up in that respect. So what's new in terms of what they've introduced to this iteration?
So they've done a couple of things that are, well, they've refined a lot. Like NBA 2K is like a stable franchise. It's like FIFA every single year. Something new comes up. You know, we expect this game to be here. The iterations that they've done are actually really good. So they have made the game a lot slower. You know, there's no running to the other end of the court and tapping, dunk, and shooting anymore. A lot of it's about team play and passing around and getting rewarded for taking the game a lot slower.
Okay.
So that's really important. Secondly, that speed differential is very important in the pace of a game when you're playing with friends, specifically, and when you're learning the different skills, because it's nice to shoot to a point guard and then get that point guard to shoot. Fun fact, everybody, I was first team basketball at Rotterbush Boys. And,
so you were born, that could be you. This could have been an alternate universe, and that could have been you.
I think I'm so
if
short.
You continue to grow.
I'm so short. I'm sure the coach...
so get on it, man.
I'm literally getting into a match right now. Let's quit to the main menu and jump into a match.
Please. So look, the graphics are beautiful. It looks beautifully styled. I have a feeling this is going to be a massive hit. Is this standing up to the hype, to use a basketball term?
I think they could have done more, but there's a couple of things that I don't like. So the career mode is cool. Oh wait, I can play. Oh no, wait, I can't. Can I just jump? Wait, this is the career mode. I just want to just play now. There we go.
Just play.
Quick play. And then you know, some people who have played previous NBA 2Ks have to kind of relearn this new way of getting into it. And it's just a little bit like frustrating for those basketball fans who are used to it.
Previous way, okay.
But I think those refinements that they've made and the graphical refinements are really cool.
Sure.
I want you to have a close look and see how the audience...
facial kind of recognition is just insane.
But here's the thing: there isn't a game like NBA 2K in the realm right now. Like, if you are into NBA, this is the best of the best.
It really is. Is this the sports game?
I think, okay, it's hard to tell. Like, everybody's got their sport, right?
Yeah.
You're a sports head.
Yeah.
So when it comes to FIFA, FIFA's probably the sports game, right?
And it probably always will be.
Yeah. Let's jump into this match.
This is enough preamble, man.
I've been to a basketball game. I went to a Lakers game, one E3, and there's a lot of downtime in this game. It's not like our sports where the ball just carries
it's like in American football, basketball, they spend more time planning the next play.
So if somebody walks in on you and sees this for reals, they might get a little bit confused and think
it's an actual game.
There we go. So now, look, I'm going to be rewarded for passing in the box.
And
Getting that layup, there we go. So
And that's
you're rewarded
how
for that
you
teamwork.
do it.
There's no longer just somebody that runs up.
I love it. We're going to get into the technology that's playing out in this marvel of modern technology that you're looking at right here. This might be the sport that you are looking for, the game that you are looking for. It looks absolutely amazing. And the fact that your face can be planted on one of those characters for career mode, absolute tick in my box.
You know what? I got something for you, which is a slam dunk when it comes to fashion. And we got to get a bit more active. So it is time. And find your Zen zone with functional fashion. The new athleisure collection at Woolworths is filled with fashionable activewear that provides functionality for every single workout that you have. Poised for power. And, of course, fashion and beauty editor. She is just sitting right here, looking powerful and ready to jump. Noxolo, a.k.a. Knocks Me Off My Feet, Mafu, is here to tell you a bit more about athleisure and this beautiful world of fashion. Nox, it's so great to have you along.
What an intro. That was amazing.
I tried my best. I actually practiced last night for like 10 times in the mirror. That's great, though. But first and foremost, I mean, you look absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
I'm loving that it's a two-piece set.
Yes.
It's looking all succinct and you're looking like you're ready to rumble. Like
Yeah,
you're ready to go. I mean, how does it feel? What do you love about this outfit?
So I think athleisure is everything at the moment, and I feel like the fact that I can even pitch to work like this is just speaking
You
about
can.
exactly the form and the function of it and the ease to really just
Yeah.
feel good. And I mean, this is my, like, I could stay in this all day now.
But it looks comfortable.
Yes,
like I'm looking at you, you don't feel like you're out of place. You don't feel like you know, because sometimes you get those sort of attire that gets the squeeze on, whatever.
Or
But
you can't keep it on for too long
That's the
because
thing.
everything is tight and constrained. But actually, the ease of this cotton set is absolutely incredible, and I think speaks to the whole range, actually.
So when you talk about the whole range,
Yes.
I mean, I know there's so many more. I mean, this is item one,
Yes.
but there are so many other items. What
Yeah.
other things are you feeling in the athleisure collection?
So what I love about it is that actually it's about fashion, it's about graphics, patterns coming together, but of course function is the big purpose
Yes,
of
definitely.
the whole range. So athleisure really gives us that ability, and there's so many things to look forward
Yeah.
to, but there's the cotton set which I'm wearing, which is very easy to wear. There's no seams on it.
Oh, so it's perfect.
It's perfect.
Because sometimes if you have some athleisure on and it's too tight, those seams cut into your flesh.
Exactly, and now you're feeling like,
That's-
oh wow, this is awkward. So what I love about these is that we've got performance leggings, which are great with that quick dry technology, which I'm always a fan of.
Yeah.
And then of course they come in beautiful graphics. Then of course we've got the seamless leggings. We've got the more ribbed leggings, which are really fun. But these are great for your kind of easy flow workouts. So think of
Yes.
your yoga, think of your really cool down abilities. So these are really great for that. And also you could just take a walk in them, right? So that ease.
I can see, yeah,
Exactly.
and it's like that. I also know that the ribbing, if you are on a yoga mat of some
Yes.
sort, you actually have a bit more sort of traction and grip there,
Which
so
is
that when you
great.
are doing your moves or you're doing your exercises, you've got
Exactly.
something that stabilizes you. So that's an extra thought there for athleisure.
And which I love about that, because like you want to be on the move and you want to do that. And obviously these high performance pieces
I
also
love
have,
those.
exactly, they've got great support also in the front so that you can make sure that you are inside, but also not in a way that's
That you are
constricting. Exactly.
inside.
You are inside.
You are inside.
Then we've got our crop tops, which are great. We've got the square neck crop, which I really love. I think that's very flattering. You can get a bit of
It is.
a great way for your collarbones to come out. Then we've got the race back one, and then of course your very strappy crop. So really great designs. No matter how your body is, you can find something that's going to work for you. And I think that's what I love about this, is that it suits your life, your functions.
Absolutely.
And you can look good in it.
Well, when it comes to athleisure, you know that Jamie works out so hard. I mean,
Yeah.
I see her on her social media in a garage with a trainer,
Yay!
doing a thing.
Working hard.
And I want to see what she would look like in athleisure. So
Well,
let's
then
bring in our model, Jamie.
Let's bring in.
Let's bring in.
hello.
You see what I'm talking about?
This is a lot.
This
I
is
need to
work
go to
right
gym
here.
Right.
Work.
Right now.
This
Love
athleisure
this.
done right, eh?
Exactly. So she's wearing our ribbed set, which I really love. Also a seamless focus here. But I mean, the colors are what excite me so much. Is that like
Yes.
from your grays to your neutral colors, which I'm wearing, and then we've got these pops of color, whether it's these or this. Jamie looks incredible in this.
Jamie, you do look incredible. Just a sort of blow-by-blow commentary over here.
Yeah.
Feeling, what does it feel like to be on your body? Okay, snatched.
Snatched for the guards. I
Yes.
love that it's fit. Again, love the fact that it's seamless. You
Yeah.
can
Yes.
see what's going on underneath.
Yeah.
Also love the fact that it's high-waisted, especially if you're a mom and you're trying to cover up that fupa. It is cute, but again,
yes,
love the fit on it.
And I love the way it follows every kind of body. This is for every single body available, so don't even think you need to look a certain way for it.
Do you think one could do the splits in an outfit like this?
Well, I think you have to.
That's my cutie.
Yeah,
You said I knew it. Oh, I tried. Sorry, guys, I tried. Anyway, it really looks like an incredible range,
yes,
and we're looking forward to it. And I think it's going to be something that everybody's going to be wearing. And you do realize that athleisure is the vibe when it comes to comfort and going shopping.
Me too.
It's
I'm about to do my day like this right now.
Okay, do it.
I feel comfortable.
Well, I know that you want to feel comfortable. Knox is just, epic when it comes to knowing exactly what we need with athleisure. Now you can achieve peak performance, maybe even do the splits like Jamie in this new active and athleisure range from Woolworths. You can shop this collection at Woolies, available in-store, online, and on the app. After the break, Jamie is going to put her outfit to the test in a fitness session, and it's going to be all about basketball. Slam dunks, yo.
A promise to the planet, to tread lightly, to act with care, to think of the future, to shop more sustainably. Woolworths, the difference.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back, everybody. This is your feel-good breakfast show on a Thursday. Now, it's all about gaming and tech this morning, but from the virtual reality of video games to the very reality of fitness, today we're going to be taking a look at some of the more typical exercises that basketball players would do ahead of a big game or training session. Now, Eric and Mark are my coaches at My Basketball and have experienced players as well. So today they'll be taking us through their routine. Boys, so good to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
I look up to you clearly because you guys are super tall. How tall are you? Just out of...
191, 6'4".
Okay, 1.55. We're good. We're good. So you guys are going to take me through a routine if you're preparing for a big game or just for a match or just how you guys keep active. So what is the first phase?
We usually start with dynamic warm-up because basketball is a sport that has you moving in a lot of directions, shuffle, jump. So we usually start with the dynamic warm-up and walk in.
Would be like stretching up the hips and legs.
So, Mzansi, you're going to follow along if you want to get athlete ready for a basketball game.
Yes.
Mark and Eric is here to show us how. So we're going to stretch it out. This is the first phase.
From there, we'll do walkouts. So you go to heel, bring your hands down.
Yeah. So we're basically trying to get your muscles loose and engage before any explosive activities.
Another one would be a lunge to hip twist.
Finally, you're on my level when you lunge down. And the other side.
Leg.
And twist it out.
Yeah. Depending on the time of training, we usually do this. I don't know how long we have on air, but we can do this for about 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Just to get loose and warm up.
As well.
Arms as well.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're nice and stretched when you do get that ball in hand, start getting in contact. But already I'm feeling the burn, just feeling a bit of my heart pumping. So definitely a great way to warm the body up.
For sure, for sure. Another thing we could do is just running on the spot as well. Getting your blood pumping.
There we go. Running on the spot.
Just like that.
There we go, nice and warm. So that's phase 1 done, that's the warm up. On to phase 2, what do we do next?
Usually we jump right into agility drills, which Mark has some equipment to help us do that. Let me just help him get this loose. Let's round up.
There we go. So you guys need help?
Are you ready for this?
I don't think so. Usually when my trainer brings us out, I know it's going to be a lot of dribbling, a lot of trying to keep our pace. So yeah,
here we go.
I think I'm ready.
Okay, so we're going to try this. We usually start, depending on the level of the student, you know, we start...
Basic. Very basic for me.
Workouts. We can start with the in and out.
First one will be one leg in and out, so...
Yeah.
And back, same thing, other leg.
Here we go.
Oh no!
Now you can try. Let me just fix it.
Is this one? One and
Yes.
No. Okay, here we go.
The next one. Here we go.
You must cheer me on, come on, boys. I'm part of the boys, the basketball team now. Here we go.
There we go. Push it. Push it.
Boom.
Yeah,
Slam,
great job.
dunk.
So there usually a variety of exercises. Mark, can you show another one?
Another one would be 2 legs in and out.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Reminds me of hopscotch. Growing up, we used to play hopscotch. So I think that prepared us for this.
Yeah.
Same thing back.
Come on back.
It can also help for your footwork because it's very important at the early stage to teach the young ones, you know, the footwork.
Okay, so in, out, right?
In and out. In, out, in, out. There we go. There we go. Keep
get
pushing.
low, get low.
In.
You get used to it.
Okay, I'll get used to it.
Okay.
In, in, in. That is a burner.
Okay.
That is a killer.
Roll this out now. And usually third phase, we start with a little bit more of ball handling. You know, we get the students to get to touch the ball or build a relationship with the ball. So we usually try and do exercises of palming the ball. You know, just helping you. Yeah,
build a relationship with the ball at first.
You know,
because a lot of the things we see is that kids get the ball and then they start getting scared of it.
Yes.
Before they learn how to dribble. So we'll do things like this to build a relationship. Just know, know where the ball is going to be at all times.
Down, around.
I want to do that. Ooh! No, now you're just showing off. Not now, you're just showing off.
No,
Okay,
you
so
can try.
contact.
You can try. Yes.
Yeah.
Easy. You want to use the tip of your fingers?
There you go.
Yeah, take it easy.
From there, move it around your waist.
Can go around your.
When I just do that and it sounds like a big...
Yeah, we actually let them do that because, you know, this is something kids like a lot.
There you go.
Know.
Everybody
There
starts
we go.
somewhere.
Wait. How are we doing?
You're doing great. Perfect. Doing great.
Boom. And she scores.
There we go. We usually let them do it, you know, around the right and left, and you know, as they keep going, we build more into that, and then we go. The next exercise will be more about dribbling, positioning. We usually teach them how to put themselves in the right position, which is called the triple threat, which is the knees are slightly bent down.
Got it.
You know,
From there, you can start dribbling.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I'm going to continue practicing my dribbling with Eric and Mark, but we are going to get a refresher in the kitchen, but we're going to continue this. At the end of this, I promise you it's a slam dunk just for you guys. Stick around.
Okay.
Go. Come teach me that one.
You can tell how fit Jamie is. She didn't sound out of breath. She went through an entire ladder and all those things. That was fantastic. So some of the most unique things that adds the beauty to our country, it's our local and it's our lekker cultures and some of those ingredients connected to those cultures. It makes us uniquely South African, which is the most important thing to remember. Now, rooibos and nachos. I mean, come on now. That is South African. Now, whilst there are several ways to use these ingredients in various ways, there is a refreshing Manhattan rooibos and nachi granita recipe. The perfect treat after a lekker workout that Jamie just did. So let's do a slam dunk on this. I brought in my chef. I called him in specifically. Chef Funi is here for you. He is a culinary lecturer, a mind. This guy knows how to do everything. Chef Funi, how are you feeling? You good?
I'm good. And how are you doing?
Fantastic, man. So when you think about local flavors, of course, some people say it's got to be on a braai or it's got to be one of those things. But granita is quite what people would say zhuzh.
Yeah, it's a zhuzh one because, I mean, we use rooibos. I mean, South African. I mean...
Yeah.
Narki.
Yes, that's it. And the thing is, if you look at those two flavors, now granita is something that you see in those fine dining restaurants. It's not something that you'd ever think about making at home. I mean, if you think about granita, it's basically if you crush a sucker, then you're like, oh, that's granita. But this is very, very refined. So take us through. I know this is a very, very simple recipe. How many ingredients?
Okay, very, very simple.
Okay.
4 ingredients, actually, or 3 ingredients. We're just gonna need the honey. You need honey.
Okay.
You need narki.
Yes.
And then you need rooibos, and then just finish it off with the mint, and then done.
Okay, and then how long? I mean, you just freeze it?
Yeah, what we're gonna do now, you're gonna be plating. That's already ready.
Oh, thank you.
What you do, very simple and easy. If you're at home, you can also still, you're gonna need the zest, where you're just gonna grate the zest of the narki.
And that's it. And I mean, the zest, let's just say if somebody doesn't have this plain, what other things can you use at home to take the zest off, would you recommend? Can somebody, can you drag a fork across, or how would you do it?
You can use a fork, you can also use a knife, also just cut a little bit.
Okay.
And then done, and then what also you need to do, just gonna cut in half like that.
All right, and we're gonna juice that baby.
And juice that baby.
All right.
Yes. The good thing about it, mostly you don't have the pips on it.
Yes.
You see. Just juice it on, and then you take your honey, mix your honey.
I think the nachi farmers, they realized that we didn't like the pips, you know, growing up, because we were just like spitting all over the place, and then your mother would go like, why are you spitting? Why? So I knew, they knew that they were saving us. Thank you, farmers.
And then your honey, 3 to 4 tablespoons of honey, depending on your taste.
Nice. And at this stage, chef, would you, I mean, can you get experimental? Can you add any other flavors in there to try and brighten it up as well? Could you throw in maybe some herbaceousness? So could you do like a little bit of thyme in there, maybe some rosemary, something to that effect to elevate it?
Very well with it.
Oh, lovely.
Also, any herbs, actually.
Oh, it does. Okay, and then also, I mean, I would personally, I like a bit of zing. I'd go for chili. I do some chili in there, and then the rooibos goes in there. And this is the Manhattan rooibos. This one is fantastic. In fact, Clover Manhattan iced tea is actually made with rooibos tea extracts, and I mean, this is completely naturally caffeine-free. It's something for you. And another thing about using this, chef, is that Clover Manhattan iced tea comes in various flavors that makes delicious additions to this drink. So you can actually change up the granita, which is wonderful. So while you mix that in, we go into a tray.
You put in a flat tray, put in a freezer 2 to 3 hours, take it out, scoop it with a fork.
So, you said you're going to drag it across
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
And then put it back again. Yeah.
And then you plate up. So I'm going to do a little plating thing.
Let's see your skills.
Okay, my skills is plating. So remember, if you want to get the recipe, expressoshow.com, grab that there and give it a try. I'm going to give this little plating a try over here because, I mean, it's not really much because the great thing about a good granita is that it's got to disappear in the mouth. It's just gently.
And then pop some mint
that's it. And then put a mint on top. And I mean, that's basically it. Now, if I had to serve this to you, chef, in a restaurant, would you be happy?
I would be happy.
There we go. Look at
so
that.
Cool, eh?
That's it.
Yeah.
Done and dusted.
Done.
And I mean, that's how easy it is. So try it at home. Impress a whole lot of people. Look at this. And I mean, if I did it for a chef and the chef says yes, then I know that you can do it as well. Expressoshow.com, grab the recipe and try this amazing granita. It is lekker.
Perfect.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
A classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso as we continue down memory lane. We are going through an amazing history when it comes to basketball games, and throughout gaming there have been some brilliant additions, and the genre has been up and down, and here are some notable highlights to take you down memory lane. As I said, Grant's here to explain a little bit more, because these games hark back to like literally when I was born.
Like games that like literally just came out.
The first.
This is a game from 1979. It's called basketball. Just straight up. Just basketball, and
you can see it's basketball.
And it was on the Atari, and you could definitely. It was realistic. Do you remember back in the day, you thought that this was as good as it gets, right? Like you thought this could get. So I don't know how many people in South Africa actually got a chance to play this. We might have played like a bootleg version of it, but we didn't really have Ataris. Well, not many people had Ataris.
Did we even have computers in South Africa then?
Well, again, I always talk about this. Like apartheid really ran us back technologically as well, because we had a lot of embargoes against us. So we weren't up to speed with everybody else technologically, and we're still catching up, because of what they've done. So now, it's cool to see this stuff, but I know a lot of people might have got a copy of got it through, which is cool.
Came back from the US, and
And well, so that was the beginning. Look, it's straight up, and if there are people that have played this on social media, I actually want to know.
Please,
let us know on social media, because I want to know if you had a chance to play this.
Even if you had an Atari, I'd like to know,
So the next up was a game called Double Dribble. I think a lot of people might have played this because it was on the Nintendo Entertainment System, or, the family console. Do you remember?
Double Dribble.
So NES was the family console. This came out in 1987, and you can see all the different interlacing in the lines. But this is what the graphics were, and we were satisfied. Okay?
Yeah, no,
we thought this was fine. We thought this was okay.
We were probably like, wow, this is so awesome.
I remember playing games like this, and my dad watching Formula One, and I was like, Dad, why aren't you watching me play? This is better than the game. This is better than real life because I am participating.
I'm making this happen.
And my dad thought I was absolutely crazy. But yeah,
and
so
still does.
This was obviously on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And most people had the family console, the cartridge game, and if it came on your 1999 in one, then you would have potentially had a chance to play this.
Oh, you would have gotten those compendium.
Yes, and it would have been snuggled in there.
Very cool. Okay.
The next one is my favorite of all time. It's called NBA Jam. Have you ever heard the phrase boom shakalaka?
Boom shakalaka.
It comes from this game.
Really?
Yeah. So obviously there was an arcade version. A lot of us, well, myself, we didn't really go to the arcades a lot. It was a pocket money thing.
Yeah.
But we get, if you had a Sega Genesis, the 16-bit console, you had a chance to play NBA Jam.
See, this was for like 5 years. I was Street Fighter on arcade. That's the only game I played on arcade.
Okay, but look, NBA Jam was the bomb.
And it's a noticeable step up graphics-wise as well.
It was a big step up graphics-wise, but also playability. It was an arcade. When I say arcade, also as a genre, which meant it was less about it being realistic and more about it being fun. There were fiery balls. When you slam dunk, your ball was set on flame. It was, look at that. It was just so cool, and everything was just like
turbo.
Super.
You had a turbo mode. Of course, you had a turbo mode.
But then, once we started getting better graphics, and once the console started getting stronger, people were like, I want to play a more realistic experience. Remember, there was Brian Lara cricket at the time. Yes. There was a lot of those types of realistic.
I got into some test cricket, I won't lie, but this is a big step up.
So when PlayStation hit the scene, we obviously had CDs, and we could do a lot more with the CD. So in 2001, we've got NBA Live. This actually became an EA property. So EA, it's in the game, like FIFA. Yeah. They actually took over this. Which it was a very good start to kick things off.
That's where it all began,
Now we're going downhill. We're rushing towards what we have today. So obviously we had NBA 2K 2008, which was also great. They came out on the Xbox 360. So if you were an Xbox 360 head, and I know there are a lot of people out there that are, you would have played a lot of this. It looked way more realistic.
Yeah.
Remember, this is 2 generations. There were a lot of games iterating, a lot of NBA games iterating before 2001 and 2009. But it was just so much more realistic. And today we have NBA 2K22 as a result of that. That's a long time coming. And the game looks incredible. You can even scan your face into it.
Yeah, man. We're going to get into the technology that you use to scan your beautiful face and your beautiful hair into that space. I just want to know if he scanned his arms or not. But an incredible history, and it looks like the basketball genre has really taken a quantum leap forward with the latest edition, and we're going to continue our exploration of b-ball games because there is a lot of history, but there's also a lot of forward momentum and a lot to get excited about.
Well, the time now is 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. Time to have another look at those news headlines. Starting with your national news, the Department of Basic Education has brought forward the 2021 National Senior Certificate examinations as they clash with the municipal elections. Matrics were supposed to write their English, Business Studies and Non-Official Language Paper 1 final exams on the 1st of November. However, the exams have been moved forward to the 27th and the 28th of October due to the clash. The exams are expected to run over 5 weeks and 207 question papers will be written. The National Treasury is requesting Parliament to consider approving a bill seeking urgent additional funding allocations of some 32 billion rand to address the impact of the insurrection in July and the COVID-19 pandemic for the 2021-2022 financial year. The funding is expected to be distributed to, among other entities, the South Africa Special Risk Insurance Association, also known as SASRIA, which could be facing claims of up to 20 billion rand after the July unrest. SASRIA is the only non-life insurer that provides special risk cover to all individuals and businesses that owns assets in South Africa. On the international front, female players of Afghanistan's junior national soccer team crossed the border into Pakistan yesterday. The girls spent the past month in hiding amid fears of a crackdown on women's rights by the Taliban. An official with Pakistan's Football Federation said the group, totaling 81, would be housed at the federation's headquarters in the city of Lahore. Last week, the deputy head of the Taliban's Cultural Commission, Ahmadullah Wasiq, cast doubt over the future of women's sports in the country when he said it was considered neither appropriate nor necessary. And then supporters of Ethiopia's ruling Prosperity Party plan to send 5 million letters to US President Joe Biden to sway his administration's policy on the war in the Tigray region. Organizers of the White Envelopes to Flood the White House campaign says letters from millions of youths will be sent from now until the 25th of September. The compilers will urge the White House to stop interfering in the internal affairs of the country. Biden and other Western leaders have been calling on the Ethiopian authorities to end the war. And then a classic thank you to very brave and dedicated people. A one-of-a-kind concert took place at Groote Hospital in Cape Town yesterday as a way of thanking healthcare workers for their efforts against the COVID-19 pandemic in the Western Cape. The Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra, the CPO, presented a lunch-hour outdoor concert named the Concert of Gratitude to honor and recognize them. Groote spokesperson Alaric Jacobs said after 18 months on the front lines, the healthcare workers were broken and beyond tired. The province's approximate 33,000 healthcare workers have given their all for the public. Jacobs added, and I quote, "The COVID-19 pandemic has claimed the lives of 193 staff members, and we also remember them at this time." The CPO's CEO, Louis Heinemann, said, and I quote, "In our 107 years of existence, I don't think the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra has ever been this indebted to the health workers of South Africa. We are deeply saddened indeed that the pandemic has claimed the lives and livelihoods of so many, in particular in the arts industry." Well, on that note, that is where I wrap up your 7 o'clock news headlines. I will be back on the top of the hour. Gia is standing by with another look at the sports.
Thanks so much, Jamie. We're going to give you a broader sporting perspective this morning, starting with rugby. Of course, a big weekend on the way, and Springbok coach Jacques Nenaba has made just 2 changes to the starting lineup, with Marvin Ori taking over at lock from Loot Diaga and Trevor Nyakane named at loosehead prop. That means Stephen Kitsoff moves to the bench in the place of Oxen Chair. So Nyakane, who boasts 48 test caps, and then Ori last ran out for the world champions in the team's second test against Argentina in Nelson Mandela Bay a little over over 3 weeks ago. Then on the bench, only Damian Willems and Herschel Yankees providing cover for the backs, with the coach opting for the customary 6-2 split. Kickoff is earlier on Saturday. Be aware of that. It's at 9:05 in the morning. Then on to cricket. Organisers have now confirmed that the remainder of the Indian Premier League will have spectators back inside the stadiums when it resumes in the United Arab Emirates on Sunday. The league have not said how many fans, though, would be allowed or whether they would have to show a vaccination certificate upon entering the stadium. The world's richest cricket tournament was suspended in May, on the 31st, in fact, with 31 matches left to play after several players and backroom staff tested positive for COVID-19. Sunday's game sees the Chennai Super Kings up against the Mumbai Indians. Then on to footballing news. Brazilian football legend Pelé says he is ready for 90 minutes plus extra time after being discharged from intensive care at a hospital in Sao Paulo. The 8-year-old had surgery to remove a tumor from his colon and had been receiving treatment since the 31st of August after the tumor was detected in routine tests. Brazil's all-time leading goal scorer has in fact had his health issues recently, having been admitted in 2019 and gone under the knife back in 2015. Then on to athletics. The World Anti-Doping Agency is set to review whether cannabis should remain a banned substance. The move follows American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson missing the Tokyo Olympics after testing positive for the substance in June. The 21-year-old later revealed she had used cannabis to help cope with the death of her biological mother. Now, WADA says the scientific review will begin next year and that cannabis will remain prohibited in 2022. Testing positive for cannabis currently carries a ban of up to 4 years, although that can be mitigated and reduced to a 3-month sentence if athletes can show taking it was not related to sports performance. Well, we'll touch on those headlines again in about an hour or so. Right now, let's bring you a global weather perspective and see what temperatures have in store for us today.
Thanks a lot, G. Let's take a look at the weather news. And starting there, some 1,500 groups wish to delay the COP26 UN Climate Summit as delegates from poorer nations in Africa, Asia and Latin America struggle to gain access to COVID-19 vaccines in time. The key talks are scheduled from October 31st to November 12th in Scotland. Logistical challenges have thrown their attendance into doubt, and host nation Britain has so far failed to provide adequate support, and Climate Action Network International, with members in some 130 countries. British officials have insisted the summit will be inclusive despite ongoing uncertainty regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. Britain wishes to push on, but climate campaign groups have criticized them for moving too slow on their offer to vaccinate delegates. The UK announced it's working tirelessly to vaccinate delegates and ensure inclusive climate talks, but activists say that aim is now impossible. Bringing the focus to our sunrise submissions received, we are kicking off the 7 a.m. update with Ellen Macharoth from Durbanville Hills, who shared this brilliant shot overlooking the fields in our area as the sun peaks over the hills in the distance. Then Henny Deploy shared this photo of the sun rising in New Zealand that was sent by him by friends living there. Just take a look at those stunning colors stretching across the sky. Thanks a lot. And you know, if you do have any sunrise photos from your area or even abroad, send them our way, please. Expresso's Facebook page is the place to be. As we get onto your temperatures, giving you an idea as to what to wear today. So Polokwane, you'll start at 13 and you rise to 26 a little later. Bombela, 14 to 21 degrees Celsius. Pretoria, 12 to 30 today. Johannesburg, 27 is your high from a low of 10. Mahikeng looking nice and warm. 28 is the maximum from a minimum of 6. Gladstone, 5 to 29. Kimberley, 3 to 21 today. Bloemfontein, 2 to 22. Lucky 2s over there. Richards Bay, 15 is your low to a high of 20 with a 60% chance of rain in your area. Pietermaritzburg, 9, but you rise to just 15. 81% chance of raining if it's not raining already. Durban, 14 to 18 and 81% chance of precipitation. Mthatha, 14 is your maximum from a minimum of 5. East London, your low is 10 this morning, rising to 18. Cradock, 3 to 17. Gqeberha, you got 10 this morning. You're up to 16 later with a 56% chance of rain. Looks like rain for you as well. George, 8 is your minimum to a high of 13. Cape Town, 12 to 26 today. Worcester, 16 is your high from a low of 2. Sutherland, you at the bottom of the temperatures, -2 this morning, up to just 12. And then Uppington, 7, and you rise to 22 just a tad later. That's a wrap of your temperatures as well as your weather news. Just a quick reminder, any sunrise photos, send them our way to the Expresso Facebook page as we get on to some more Feel Good on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
If it is cold in your parts of the country, don't worry, things are about to heat up here in studio because we are joined this morning by the ladies of the newly formed girl group Aurora, and they're bringing us their powerhouse vocals by delivering the 1979 track by Barbra Streisand and Donna Summer called No More Tears. Ladies, take it away.
It's raining, it's pouring. My love life is boring me to tears.
here with 2 more performance lines out from them, so be sure to stick around. But all of this and all of this on your feel-good breakfast show, enough is enough. Ta.
Universe Direct sources and sells quality refurbished PCs, laptops, servers, switches, tablets and cell phones. Universe Direct is South Africa's largest distributor of refurbished IT equipment, offering an ongoing guarantee of equipment, on-site and remote service. From our factory to your door, anywhere in the Universe Direct.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are live with Expresso. As we continue on a sporting course, we are getting into some of the tech behind one of the coolest games I've seen in a long time. NBA 2K22 has an incredible feature that allows you to scan your face into the game and actually become a character. So Grant's here to show us how the process goes and yourself. And I mean, look at you, man.
I know. It's please switch to Grant House. We've got the controllers a little bit muddled, but it's fine.
We'll get it right.
When we're moving back and forth all the time in studio, it does that sometimes.
It's so cool, dude. I was laughing because when I first saw the character when you were setting up the game earlier, I was like, that looks just like you. And then I was like, hang on a minute, that is exactly your face.
Didn't you know that I signed a deal with the NBA in the game? No.
I'm never mind the security risks that are coming into play. Yeah, maybe we'll get onto that in just a moment. But how does this actually work? So how were you able to scan your face?
Okay, so they've actually been doing this for a little while, but it's been a little bit weird. Like, it's always been a bit broken, which I quite liked. I was hoping that this wouldn't be as good as it is, but they've refined the tech pretty well. So you've got to have a smartphone.
Okay.
And you've got to have an account with the game, and you've got to have an account.
You've got an app that can link.
You've got an app that can link, and it's pretty straightforward. All you need to do here is you go to scan face, and then once you agree to the terms and services, you can either then use the front-facing camera or the rear camera. Okay. I'm using this is my face right now, and then they want you to you know get ready into a nice. This is a very nice studio for lighting, so you can do that, and then you literally scan your face. I did it in studio this morning, and you scan your face by moving it in and around the environment.
What I love is how it nailed your hair, dude.
Yeah, so then once that is scanned, it will upload. So once that's scanned, it will upload. And then I can do a couple of small tweaks and in-game. But the technology that we have on our smartphones is so advanced right now, they can get a lot of information about what your face will actually look like in 3D, right? And look how convincing it is.
It is absolutely amazing. Can you scan my face? I'm so desperate to have this done, man.
We can totally do it. It takes like a little while to do, and this is why I was really hoping to do Carl and then make the smallest character in the game that I could. But
that's a bit rude, eh?
No, Carl and I are the same height. What are you talking about?
But now it's not just your face. It's your face with a range of different expressions. How do they get that right?
Okay, cool. So it's actually pretty straightforward. That technology you've seen in films. So they use points around your face. Those are like You know, when you see people with little masks on and lots of little dots, and those tracking dots track all your facial expression. I don't know, I'm doing this as I speak.
I'm doing it as well, don't I? Yeah.
I'm gesticulating as I talk. And those little tracks and cameras, so it's a helmet that you put on, and then those little motion tracking points track like your eyebrows and your eyes and your cheeks and your smile and so on. And then, here's a good example. This is all motion tracking, but you have it on your face as well. And then the mask will then point towards you light your face evenly and have cameras that point towards your face. And then not only do you have that visual data that you can use as skinning, it's something called photogrammetry.
Photogrammetry.
So photogrammetry is the future of what's been happening now. A lot of games have been built into photogrammetry. You could take a photograph of a car and bring that car into a game.
It makes you think that one day that actors are going to just trademark their face digitally, and then they'll sell that to a filmmaker, as opposed to actually acting in the film, because it's all there.
Well,
the data is there.
Yes and no. You still need the performance. You need basketball players to do the accurate performance. If you see what the performance looks like in this game, which we saw a little bit earlier, the players look authentic.
The body movements, the check, everything looks perfect.
And you need a real basketball player to do that. So they actually had the basketball players do those moves in games so that it feels authentic. The same with actors. Any video game that you're playing now that uses motion detection and motion tracking needs to look authentic, and that is through voice actors.
And it's kind of gone through this process. I've got to ask you, as a gamer, how much better is it being able to invest yourself in this way?
Oh, man. It's so much better. It was the dream. I remember when the Xbox 360 came out, and I don't know if anybody else was watching the E3 showcase, they had the Kinect. Remember? It was that bar with the camera. And I had all this hope in the world for it, where Peter Molyneux, one of the world's biggest game developers, what he did was he took a picture. He drew a picture and handed it to somebody in the game. There was a girl in the game, and the camera scanned it and brought it in. Then we were like, wait, you can design your own skateboards and bring them into Tony Hawk. You could do all this kind of stuff. And I was like, this is the future. And then it just didn't happen. And this is 10 years later, we're starting to see that happen. The kids are growing up where we can be creative and bring characters in. Where does this technology take us?
Is there a danger to this? We've spoken about how much data you give over to the cloud, if you will. Is there any risk here with giving so much of your identity over?
With all of these services, make sure that you read the terms and conditions, that you are okay with them and how they use it. Yes, there is a risk, but we also need to start not necessarily stopping how our data is being captured, but the ownership of that data. That's the most important part. Like you were saying, the likeness that you have or a celebrity has is their likeness, and they could lease it out.
Yeah.
We need to own our
non-fungible
information.
Absolutely amazing. I love your arms in this as well, dude.
I didn't scan them in, I swear.
Oh, no, you did. You definitely did. Absolutely mind-blowing where technology has gone and how far you can take immersing yourself into a game. Absolutely brilliant. But right now, let's immerse ourselves into Heritage Month. The best way, get outdoors, put something over some coals. Enjoy.
So you know what? All that gaming actually made me hungry. So I took Chef Funi outside for a recipe that you have to try. Check it out.
There is a classic mayonnaise that brings out the traditional French in 3 levels of tanginess. The mild classic, the medium classic, the strong classic. Tangy the way you love it.
Made with love by Clover.
So when you think creamel, you think about teas and coffees and creaming them lovely, and that's what you think about. But when you're actually thinking about creamel, used it a different way. I thought Chef Funi and challenge him to do a braai version. It's Heritage Month. We have to try it. So this is what we got for you: sasatis with creamel. It may seem impossible, but trust me, with this guy, anything is possible. Chef Funi, yes, talk to me. Let's go through this. Okay. We've got a lot of things to do, so let's track through beautifully in our little outside chef studio.
Okay, I'll be making the marinade. Okay. And then what you need to do, you can start cutting that, and then remember now, for our marinade, we're just gonna need the apricot jam.
So apricot jam, yes, yes. I mean, look here, apricot jam, that's quintessentially South African. You're gonna need that. You can actually use it with snoek. In fact, we've got a snoek recipe later.
And then chutney.
Chutney, come on now, once again.
And then
South
also
African.
the curry powder.
And that just speaks of, Cape Malay heritage coming through. That's
and then vinegar, you see?
A little bit
just to make it a little bit, hey.
Oh, hey, you know, chef. So, and now we're going to go on our little braai area there, and you're going to be cooking that down. While you do that, you want me to cut some squares, chef?
Yes, please.
I got you covered. So we need squares that are going to be, you know, just big enough to actually make sure that they don't fall off. Because sometimes when you cut it too small, while it cooks, it gets a bit brittle and it comes off the sasati stick. You don't want that. So we're going to try our best to make it as chefy as possible. I'm going to try my best. Because, you know, you've got these onions over here.
I've already cut it for
you. You've already cut it for me. So I'm going to try my best to actually measure it up to see if I can actually make it the same for you, chef, and then we've got that covered. So
just like that.
There. And how are we feeling?
Oh, you're getting there. Oh, you're good, man.
How are we feeling?
You're good. You're good.
I learned from you, chef. I learned from you. It's the best out here.
Perfect. Okay? Perfect.
I'll try my best. That's all. That's all I can do. Okay, great. So we got our cubes over there, and of course, you know, you can get a bit more bougie and you can de-seed your bell pepper if you want to as well, but it's entirely up to you. I like rustic, so we're going to go with that today.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now, remember, our squash needs to be soaked in water.
And the reason there, it's a hack.
It's a hack because now if it's not soaked in water, when you go into the braai, there might be something else. Okay, but we have already got the marinated one.
All right.
What you can start assembling them.
So take me through the marinade over here. So you actually use the cremel as well. That's also part of the
cremel. And if it's too thick, what you need to do, you can add a little dash of water on it. Just gonna put it in my pot in here.
Okay, great. I love how the wind is doing its own thing out here. But this is the beauty of a braai.
2 tablespoons is cool.
Have you noticed, Chef Funi, that if you're at a braai, right, what happens is you will be standing in an area where you think it's safe for the smoke. And then you know what happens? The smoke blows into your face. And you're like, let me move away. Then you move to the other side of the braai. You know what happens? Into your face again. I think that's a sign of good luck. Heritage Month, smoke's in your eyes. It's good luck. So butter's going in, the cremel's in, chef, and we obviously have the assembly line of the sasatis that are going to come through now while you're doing that. So this is the marinade. What you'll do is you'll set that up in advance, and I'm assuming, chef, that when your marinade, it's going to be cooking down. Are you going to need to cool that prior to you pouring it over the chicken?
Yeah, you can just cool it slightly.
All right.
And if it's too thick, you can add a little bit dash of water. And then, yeah, that's it.
Great stuff.
Now, let's get going.
Okay, so let's just go for this. And I can see these are obviously moist, chef, so you've done the necessary here. What we're going to do is, are there any order that you want to go in? Because I know there's something about the order of a sasati.
You know what you can do, because you don't want to lose your meat.
That's
actually.
Correct.
Start with the bell pepper.
Bell pepper goes first. I'm going to do that in the center of the bell pepper.
And
I think
onion.
that's quite important. So we go in the center. Onion is in the center, and then a bit of chicken is in the center.
And then you repeat the process.
And you just repeat the process. So that's what you got over there. Look at that, beautiful. Am I doing well?
You're
Chef?
getting there. You're getting there. Let's get going.
Let's get down to business. And I mean, this is the great thing about. You know, the kids can get involved. They can also set these up while everybody's waiting around the fire. And I think it's great to actually let the kids do the turning as well while they're doing it. You know,
they'll love it, actually.
And also, let's just look at the, if you do have a braai, chef, coals-wise, it's chicken. So we're going medium coals for these?
Yeah, you need medium cold, and because it needs to cook long. You know, there's nothing that call it, the chicken needs to not... Other people say they want a not well-done chicken. I mean, really, you need to cook your chicken well.
You have to, yeah. I think mine is looking quite orderly.
I'll add another one.
You'd swear that I can braai, but you're low, shake it down. This is the great. I love it. Okay, great, chef. So far, we are looking stunning over here. We're going to keep on setting this up.
Getting there.
And do remember, with the cream mull in the marinade, what you're getting is that natural creaminess, though. You've got that versatility that it brings, because, as mentioned, it's not just about tea or coffee. It's really about getting that unctuousness through your chicken. And when that hits the braai, what happens is there's a natural caramelization that happens with the chicken. It's really delicious. The mouth feels good. And that's all thanks to the cream mull. That's as simple as that. So once we got those, that's going to be medium coals. We're going to do the necessary, chef. Cook it down. And then once you're done with that, it's going to be beautiful for every single one of your guests.
Oh, you'll love it.
That. Can I actually do this for... I would like to. Are we set up there?
Yes, we're hot.
Are we hot?
We're hot.
We're coming in hot. That's the sound. And I've said this before. I want that sound to be a ringtone. I have said this. It is the most beautiful. And it sounds like summer. It sounds like South Africa. It sounds like heritage. It sounds like September. That's what it sounds like.
Perfect.
We got it nice and medium here. We can let this cook down. And while we do that, I'm sure you want the recipe. You can go grab that, expressoshow.com. And if you missed out on any of the steps, all of them are there. Chef Funi and I have been working tirelessly to make sure that you get the recipe that you need. So go check it out and make sure that this Heritage Day, it's something special. It is going to be a society party. Compliments of Expresso, your feel-good breakfast show. This is smelling lekker, man. I love being South African.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day.
Yes, Mzansi, stand a chance of winning up to 3,000 Rand in cash prizes when you play the Maynard's hashtag The Juicy Kaboom game Fridays right here on Expresso.
Come join in on the fun and play the hashtag Juicy Kaboom game live with us and Maynard's every Friday until the 15th of October for your chance to win big cash prizes 6 weeks in a row.
Yeah, now to enter, visit the Expresso Facebook and Twitter page and comment on the Maynard's competition post of the week. And your T's and C's apply.
Juicy Kaboom! It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are still live with your feel-good kickstart to a brand new day. Let's inspire you if you are keen on making your mark on TikTok. Now, since it merged with the app Musical.ly back in 2018, TikTok has grown exponentially to now dominate as the #1 app in the world. Millions globally have found the like-minded communities, and I think they've bonded over the kind of content that they love, and we have seen a number of South African stars just explode on the scene. And we love the fact that we get to meet them live on the show, and we're going to introduce one right now. She is amazing, clearly, because she has got 1 million followers validating what she does online. King Luvia is here to tell us a little bit more about what are the latest trends, put us through our paces, and of course get into that formula for success. Luvia, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Why are you the king? Where did the king come from? Because you look like a queen.
Thank you. I think I always get this question because it's quite odd, but I think the name King for me, I was going to go with Queen, but I was like, you know what? I want to be different. I want people to click on my profile and be like, oh, who is she? What is she doing?
Why is she the king? Yeah.
So if people were to click onto your profile right now, what kind of content would they see? Would they see kingy stuff or queeny stuff? We want to know
What's your hook? Yeah.
I give them everything. I give them me. I try to stay authentic to me, whether it's doing a little trend, learning a dance, speaking, a little bit of singing, acting, anything. I'll literally try it all, and I just try to give it my own little spice and give them a bit of me.
So is that because there has to be a formula because it's working? 1 million followers, and in a very short amount of time, as I understand it. What do you think is that hook that gets followers to connect? And have you tapped into an algorithm within TikTok? Have you figured something out? What's been the key to your success, do you think?
If I have to reflect, I genuinely think just being myself and staying true to me and my core values and being authentic to me is probably what kick-started everything for me initially. So I always try to center myself and do what I've always been doing, and then consistency, obviously, and surrounding yourself with people that can be critical of you, but only to better you. I think that is probably a large part of.
How often do you release content? When you say consistency, is that like every day? Is
Yes.
it really?
When I started out, I would post, like my close friends, like looking back at it, we laugh about it. I would post on average like 10 to 30 videos a day.
What?
I know.
We are still trying to learn.
I've done I've done two videos in my entire lifespan.
But also, it's a lot of work to put out that amount of content daily to stay relevant. But how do you set yourself apart from everyone? Because I mean, everyone is trying to, get onto social media, try to go big.
By its nature, it's the same.
By its nature, yeah. How do you stay consistent as well, making sure that you give quality content every single time you're on the platform?
I genuinely think that following trends are very important, but I feel like make yourself stand out from just doing the trend. Let people know a little bit more about you and give it your own little spice. So there's a bit different, so that when they see that video, they remember you. You're still gonna go through like 50 million videos on the same sound or the same trend, but like give them something to remember you by. I think is quite important.
Where is your following?
From
South
Africa.
Is it South African?
I think there's like a 10%, 13% US, but it's mostly South African and other African countries. So it's home.
It's home.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because you're giving me US vibes, like Doja Cat.
You've got a global look, which is fantastic.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
for the platform, but I mean, that authenticity is beautiful, and I love that, and that's going to shine through. I'm glad you pointed that out because I think a lot of people wanting to get on board will forget that, and they'll look at a trend. That being said, it's all about trends, and one of the latest trends is the Linda and Heather trend.
Yeah.
Please explain that to this.
Basically, it came from a 2013 Disney comedy show called Liv and Maddie. They're about two twin sisters. So that's where the sound that's the origin. But I think the reason it kind of kicked off and became such a big thing was because I feel like growing up, most of us watched Disney Channel and watched Disney shows. So I feel like looking at it now and doing the dance is like
this nostalgia.
It's quite nostalgic, and it's like a fun experience for us as a TikTok community to like do with our friends and family. And be like, you know what, like. We're in this together, like it's a fun moment, it's a fun experience. So
we're seeing the video in it. So you've got do you have a mate that you call on for all of your your duo performances?
Your go-to person?
My little sister Peyton, I have to give it to her.
Props to Peyton, yo.
So you saying while we were busy baking banana bread last year, you were just trending all over TikTok, getting yourself 1 million followers, securing the bag.
Securing the bag, yes.
Yeah, but that being said, have you monetized it yet? Are you at that point that you're going to kind of go full throttle with TikTok?
I think I have a very good support system and very good advisory system, and I'm pushing towards that. That's the ultimate goal. But with that being said, I still want to stay true to me, and like my followers genuinely need to enjoy my content.
Because all I'm saying is R1 a follower
It's
equals
$1 million.
1 million rand.
Hey, best friend.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But it's the fact that they're emotionally connected to you and invested in what you're doing. That is a very powerful thing in the influencer game. And I think we're seeing it mature now. It's not just about how many followers you have. It's about the strength of that connection. And clearly you've got that right. So keep shining your light. You are the king. You are clearly the king. We absolutely love it. So in just a moment, one of us is going to be put through our paces and actually learn the Linda and Heather trend, and maybe we will go viral, hopefully. Welcome back as we reconnect with some of our absolute faves. Nick Hammond and the 5 Drive team are connecting with us all the way from sunny old Durbs, giving us an update on what has been the most spectacular heritage tour. Nick, a very good morning to you and the team.
Hey, good morning once again. As you can see, we're catching our breath here by the pool, taking it easy. It's great as always to catch up with you guys.
You do know you can take off your shoes, eh, Nick? But anyway, listen, tell us about the most recent events you guys had. It looks like so much fun.
So the most recent adventure that we had saw us traveling to an about 75-hectare farm in the Northwest Province, as you mentioned, in Brits, to meet a woman by the name of Ipheleng Khwadi. Ipheleng Khwadi is less than 30 years old and already is building her own farming empire in a country where that's not always historically been the case. So it was an incredibly inspiring thing to see. We also met her adoptive father, who has for a long time been a farmer in the area after having been a businessman prior to that. And one of the things that really stood out about the place is all the different initiatives that they were running there, from sustainable farming practices to programs to try help people in the area that had been at risk to certain things like poverty and crime-related issues that they're not trying to just brush away, but rather try and deal with. And we just found that that kind of a story was something inspirational and something we wanted to share with the rest of South Africa. Also, just having a day to get out and experience a farm was a beautiful thing to do, because in many ways, agriculture is such a huge part of this country, and we feel that the spotlight had to be put on it for this year's Heritage Tour.
I mean, what an incredible individual. Nadia, I'll put this to you. What inspired you personally about visiting Ipheleng Khwadi? What was it about her?
A lot of things inspire me about Ipheleng Khwadi, but the main thing, I think, is the fact that she's a female farmer. I mean, she faces people every day that come to her and say, oh, but you don't look like a farmer. And she's like, why? What does that even mean? What does a farmer look like? And I think that just shows the stereotypes that people have about farmers, and I think she's showing us the way, and I think it's amazing to see women in farming, and it's amazing to see her inspire more to do so.
Yeah.
It truly is. BB, I'm going to say this again. We have so much FOMO. We get to watch so much of the tour. But when you're not capturing content, what does everyone do in their spare time?
So when we do get spare time to do cool things on the show, I, on the one hand, am always busy with school stuff. I've always got an assignment. I've always got an online class, just trying to finish this degree. Oh, my goodness. And then Nick, as the voice of the Insider SA, is always either scripting or busy working on some really, really cool content for the Insider. And then Jude this year remembered to bring his gaming console. So as soon as the show ends, he's straight in his room playing some really, really cool games. And Nadia, as the queen of movies on the show, is always watching some really cool content, ready to tell us about new shows on 5FM every Friday.
Living the brand, baby, living the brand. I love that. Jude, I'm going to go back to Ipheleng's farm because I'm really inspired there. It promotes sustainable living. How important is this to you, my man?
So a big part of these tours is finding out stories about people who take sustainability and conservation seriously. And in a country like South Africa, it's quite nice to see how many people are doing so and think it's quite important. And as a show, we think it's quite important, or sustainable living is quite important for the future, not only of South Africa, but the world. So we capture these stories and share them to encourage people to do the same.
The content out there. Nick and the 5FM team, thank you so much for the update. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning. We love you guys.
Thank you. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
Man, we got to hit the road, girl.
Just be put in their bags or something.
We've got to hit the road. So many amazing memories. Nick and the team are making and living their best life. That's the 5 Drive team celebrating South Africa's hidden gems this Heritage Month. And you can listen in on all of their adventures and listen to them eating amazing food as they do every day on 5FM. That's weekdays between 3 and 6 p.m.
Speaking about heritage, it's all about braai. Obviously on social media this morning we asked you, what is your job at the braai? There's the person that braais, there's the person that eats. Me, I'm the entertainment. I just sit there and I make sure that everyone is laughing, and then I eat.
Okay, master briar.
What is your job?
Taken a while, master briar. But what I love is when we've got the mates together and we're all master briars, and how you have to then slot in and who does what. But then it generally falls in, if it's your house, you're the master briar. But let's see what the viewers have been saying about their roles around the fire.
Colleen Kelly Yankee says, I make the fire. Girl, you are the fire. We have Rivaldo saying, I sit around and wait for the food, then I eat. That's my person. That is me.
That's cheeky, man.
Let's see some more. We have Farhana saying, I marinate the meat and I make the salads. Hopefully it's some good salads.
That's a Braai Master's girl right there. Hey? Ride or die.
Unjabula says, I am the Braai Master. I make the meat make sense.
Boom. And it's a lot of pressure being a Braai Master, eh?
Because everyone wants it a certain way. Some people are like, I don't want this piece of the chicken, I don't want that. So you need to be the master.
You will get it. How about braai it, yo?
That's exactly why you probably didn't invite me ever for a braai. Do we have some more? We have some more. We have Zachariah saying the meat cleaner and the spicer. That's a thing.
Do you rinse your meat?
Maker and dessert maker. Also the one who has to dish and then clean the dishes afterwards. So yeah, let me tell you, Zachariah, you take paper plates and then
100%.
Once you're done, you just throw it away. So you don't have to
100%. I'm down with that. Whatever your role, every role is essential around the braai. So show some appreciation this Heritage Month for all the braais. In fact, I appreciate you guys right now for the work that you're doing.
All right, so after social media, thanks a lot for letting me know exactly what you do at the braai. It's very important, but I want to give you a little example as to what you can do in the kitchen, which is quite important. And we were inspired by Angel Isaac, somebody who sent in a very special message about making fat cakes and then hoing it a little bit of a curry bunny thing that's fantastic. So snowflake curry bunnies are extremely easy to get together. I'm going to show you exactly how. I do need somebody that's actually quite important, who is Jamie, to come through over here. I know she just had a lovely experience with Heritage, with Nick Hammond and the team, but of course I want to bring in some other heritage over here. Hi Jamie, here we go.
You did not say fat cake. It's a fat cook.
I said fat cake. So Angel Isaacs goes fat cakes.
Oh,
yes. So that was the comment over there. In my opinion, this obviously is a fit cook. Hello, that's what I feel, but at the same time, I'll be respectful of the comment. Are you ready? Have you ever made any curry bunnies at home?
Not at all. I made the filling. My nana usually makes my mommy's baby sister. She's the queen of fat cook, so I never take that role on like the braai. I just sit back and I wait until the food comes to me.
Oh, you're one of those. Is that what you do with the braai? You're a sitter?
I'm the sitter. I'm the entertainer. I make sure that the jokes are flowing, everyone's having a good time.
No, I worry about people like that because you're the person that is so hardcore 30 seconds at the braai. That's the problem right there.
100%. So again, we had Angel Isaac who said yesterday I made nice homemade fat cakes with curry, my very own curry bunnies, yum. And what I discovered is that with the hashtag snowflake flour, my fat cakes always comes out nice and fluffy because it's too fresh, too flop. Angel, you're an angel.
Fat cakes nogals.
Fat cakes.
Okay, I'm gonna get the curry mince section sorted out. I want you to do what will be our fat cake. All right. You know what to do there. Lick, I'll leave you there. That's fine. That's great. Let me get my pot on over here, and we're good to go. Cool. So you just talk amongst yourself there, and we can go. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to leave you alone.
I know.
I'll tell you exactly what's up. All right. So in that bowl over there to make sure that you get your fat cook or fat cake. You know what? I'm not going to judge you. You are South African. I love you anyway. We are going to get something together. So snowflake. Of course, you're going to use that, right?
That's a heritage.
Right. So you're going to use it's such easy. You're going to use 2 scoops of that, 2 cups, done and dusted like that. And that's going to go in. And once you've got that in there, I want you to do 1 1/3 cups of buttermilk that's going to go in there. And you're going to add some salt, which is quite important. And what you'll do is you're going to create a beautiful dough for me. And that is the dough that will essentially be a little later, once we put it into our oil, which is already setting up. It's going to be our fat cake or fat cook, entirely up to you. You're going to mix that around.
It's a pressure. It's like cook sisters, like anything. There's a pressure to making a fat cook. Because in every family, there's one auntie that can make it, and she's always going to tell you that she can make the best fat cook and cook sisters. So that is why I just never try to do it.
And that's the thing about this. So don't worry. While you do that, I'm going to get our beautiful curry mince set up. I'm going to go oil in the pan over here in a little pot. And once that goes up to temperature, I'm going to get these onions brown. Once the onions are brown, that's when I put in my curry spice, because you want to make sure that the curry spice it's got to be blooming. You know, it's got to be, the entire house must smell like curry when you're making the curry mince.
The neighbors must know that you're making curry.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just have the spice in afterwards and expect something to happen. That's the way I do it. I mean, it's okay for you to put the curry, the curry powder in after if the mince is going down. That's fine. It's entirely up to you. And make sure the curry powder is actually cooked out. There's nothing worse than having that grainy curry that's not cooked out in there. So it's quite important. So my onions are going to go down here and I'm going to get them browning. And once they are looking like they're getting there brown-wise. Now remember, onions are the vehicles of flavor within any sort of good curry, and the great thing is that that's why the curry powder, in my opinion, goes in at this particular part of the recipe. So that the onions, as they permeate through the entire curry mince dish, you are getting pops of the flavor, and it's coating all of the mince that'll go in later.
You and
that's
Angel, with the English this morning, permeates for the fat cakes.
Are you, look here, don't get me started. I'll throw in some big words here if you will, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is I'm gently manipulating the onions until they are texturally satisfactory to my taste buds. That's right. How are you? Are you texturally satisfactory on that side?
So
how's my dough, man?
You are going to leave this to rest, and then... Dun, da, 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 da.
Really? Did you just do that? Okay, I'll accept.
It's a TV moment.
I'll accept. That's it.
This is what I know, though, because I learned this on live TV, that you always have to make sure that your surface
Look at you
has
go.
flour on.
Look at you go.
Not
you know?
do that again. We're learning.
And that's the great thing. So are you going to make fat cook or fat cakes? You must also decide that now. What side are you on? You know.
I am making a fat cook.
Yeah,
I
here
am
we go.
making a lekker fat cook for everybody, and of course that filling has to be good because
It's got to be.
Filling.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I know.
In fact, my curry powder is going down now, and this is where the entire studio is going to smell like your auntie's house. This is where it happens, and I love it when a plan comes together here. This is what's going to happen now. That smell. Everybody's going to be able to smell this in the studio now. We're going to make everybody hungry. It's going to feel like Sunday lunch. It's going to feel like that beautiful time when they cook the curry, you know, at the birthday. That's the feeling that I want to bring over here. My oil is almost up to temperature, so I'm going to get those fat cakes. Fat cook in there very, very soon.
Are we making small fat cakes or like the big ones that you can?
You know what? I actually think you should give it a bit more of because, you know, the one that I made earlier next to you, that's kind of the level, but I'm actually open to having a little, you know, smaller sizes, because let's just say if somebody's intermittent fasting and they can't eat in the morning, maybe they want to do something that's a little smaller for TV. I don't know. I don't know anybody who's intermittent fasting, you know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, why
I don't know anybody.
That later I can eat I can have 2 curry bunnies. And there's curry bunnies. So fat cook, fat cakes, curry bunnies.
Yes, it all goes together.
Yeah.
Okay, this is smelling absolutely gorgeous. Oh, another little thing that I don't do is I don't put my peas in too early. Otherwise, they're going to be mushy. And I don't want that to happen at all. So I want to make sure that I'm making the mince has got to get some color. It's got to get that flavor from the onions that I just worked on there. And this is essentially what we're looking for.
Top tip as well for everyone watching. If it sticks to your hands, again, just go put the flour on the floor and then there we go.
And my oil's looking good.
Still looking good?
Yeah.
I'm not yet ready for me.
I'm almost good to go there. So you tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
And I'll bump
let me do
the oil
one
a little
more.
bit and make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
go.
the
And so I have 3 for you.
It's just absolutely beautiful. It really is.
And then, of course, you know, just though Angel Isaacs has used snowflake cake flour for her recipe, we are using the convenience of snowflake self-raising flour, which you can also use without having to add any raising agent to get that fluffy fat cook. So, you know, just go right in with this. Get right in with this. I have 3 for you. It's klappen van vergelijking, klein. Wait.
Kleiner?
Klein, kleiner, kleinste.
Asia.
Yeah.
There
so
you go.
3.
And what I've done is, sorry, just while you were chatting, I added a bit of seasoning to my mince, which is quite important. And once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my peas, and then the color has arrived in my dish, which is wonderful.
I'm just going to cut this one in the meantime. In the middle.
Great stuff.
And you're going to put your filling in right.
Okay, so are you setting one up for there already? My word. Okay, that's great.
Actually, you know what? I would take
I want to thank Angel for this.
But listen to this, Mzansi. Did you know that you have the chance to win great prizes for creating your own homemade happiness with Snowflake? Well, this week's theme is all about peanut butter biscuits. Now, simply purchase a Snowflake product to bake your best batch of peanut butter biscuits using Snowflake, and then keep your till slip as proof of purchase. And then you can also visit the Snowflake Facebook page to post a pic of your creation, and your Snowflake product in the comments of the competition post, and you can use the hashtag #SnowflakeHomemade. You could be the lucky winner of a 2,500 Rand cash prize or voucher to the value of 2,500 Rand. And remember that those T's and C's do apply, and you can find it on our website, which is expressoshow.com, as well as www.snowflake.co.za, and it is smelling so good.
I know it's smelling good. It really is. It's the best. So are you going to make sure that, make us an opening, set it up over there, and we've got this recipe standing by for you on expressoshow.com, and make your own curry bunnies, give it a different spin, add a couple more flavors. You do what you need to do to make it authentic to you. That is the beauty about being South African, is that our heritage, comes through in the kitchen, and it's there to share with every single person that comes along to your house. So try this Snowflake curry bunnies, expressoshow.com. I'm going to finish these off.
Finish it, yes. This is going into my bucket.
And this is unrinsed mince.
Becoming a parent fills you with delight, nerves, and questions. Now, an original South African app has the answers. Whether you're expecting your bundle of joy or raising a preschooler, the Purity Journey Journal app is a breeze to use. Sign up for free and choose from a host of features, including 24/7 medical assistance, expert tips, and milestone tracker. Sign up to the Purity Journey Journal app for whenever you need some guidance along your parenting journey.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You for making a bunny chow. Mr. Wasty, what's coming up next?
No problem, it's a curry bunny, and that's quite funny, but what I can tell you is that coming up on the show, Sarah Lunga is going to be here just for you. Look at her. Phenomenal, amazing, graceful, and fantastic. Make sure that you stick with us right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Over to you, Graham.
Right now, time to catch up with what's happening around the world with the news.
Stand by.
Well, it's 1 minute before 8 o'clock, time to have a final look at those news headlines. Starting with your national news, South Africa's COVID-19 positivity rate has dipped below 10% for the second successive day. The country recorded 4,667 new infections, and a further 166 people succumbed to COVID-19 related illnesses. Meanwhile, the South African Union of Students says universities should not compel students to vaccinate against the virus. It says students must be able to choose whether they wish to take the vaccine or not. Now, no public institution should engage in a mandatory policy, but rather encourage students to vaccinate. And then the Department of Basic Education has brought forward the 2021 National Senior Certificate examinations as they clash with the municipal elections. Matrics were supposed to write their English, Business Studies and Non-Official Language Paper 1 final exams on the 1st of November. However, the exams have been moved forward to the 27th and the 28th of October due to the clash. The exams are expected to run over 5 weeks, and 207 question papers will be written. On the international front, Nigeria's Information Minister Lai Mohammed has said the country would, in a few more days, lift the ban on social media platform Twitter. However, he did not mention a specific date. Nigeria banned Twitter in June after it removed a post by President Muhammadu Buhari threatening to punish secessionists in the country's southeastern region. The ban has harmed Nigerian businesses and has been widely condemned for undermining freedom of expression. And then female players of Afghanistan's junior national soccer team crossed the border into Pakistan yesterday. The girls spent the past month in hiding amid fears of a crackdown on women's rights by the Taliban. An official with Pakistan's Football Federation said the group, totaling 81, would be housed at the federation's headquarters in the city of Lahore. Last week, the deputy head of the Taliban's Cultural Commission, Ahmadullah Wasiq, cast doubt over the future of women's sport in the country when he said it was considered neither appropriate nor necessary. And then a mama bear and cutie cub turn up for soccer. Now, a few days ago, an Alsatian headed a perfect goal on the soccer field in Chile. The following day, an energetic Cocker Spaniel speeded onto a cricket field in Ireland and playfully claimed the ball, with players and officials giving chase. Today, however, we are reporting of a mama bear and her cute cub exploring, or let's rather say taking part in a soccer game in India's eastern state of Odisha. The field is close by a forest, and when the ball was kicked out, to everyone's utter amazement, the bear and cub made a sudden and surprise appearance from the bushes and pounced on the ball. They sniffed it and bounced it between them, then literally also kicked it and tossed it in the air, appearing very reluctant to return. All these antics, of course, much to the stunned amusement of a large crowd of locals. And then, in contrast to the aforementioned well-mannered dogs, they blatantly took it with them and disappeared back into the forest. They didn't want to play with anyone else. Well, that is where I wrap up your 8 o'clock news headlines. Here is G with a final look at the sports.
Well, I just can't bear it because it's such a tough act to follow, but let's try now and get into a bit of rugby news. Springbok coach Jacques Nenaba has made just 2 changes to the starting lineup, with Marvin Ori taking over at lock from Lut Diaga and Trevor Nyakane named at loosehead prop, with Stephen Kitsoff now moving to the bench in the place of Oxen Chair. So Nyakane, who boasts 48 test caps, and then Ori, who last ran out for the world champions in the team's second test against Argentina in Nelson Mandela Bay a little over 3 weeks ago. So on the bench, only Damian Willemse and Herschel Yankees provide cover for the backs, with the coach opting again for that customary 6-2 split. And kickoff on Saturday is again an early kickoff. Be aware of that, 5 minutes past 9 in the morning. On to cricket. Organisers have confirmed that the remainder of the Indian Premier League will have spectators back inside stadiums. That's when it resumes in the United Arab Emirates on this Sunday. So the league have not said how many fans would be allowed or whether they would have to show a vaccination certificate on entering the stadium. The world's richest cricket tournament was suspended in May, with 31 matches still left to play. That was after several players and backroom staff tested positive for COVID-19. Sunday's game sees the Chennai Super Kings up against the Mumbai Indians. Then some very positive news in the world of football. Brazilian football legend Pelé says he is ready for 90 minutes plus extra time. That was after being discharged from the intensive care unit at a hospital in Sao Paulo. The 80-year-old had surgery to remove a tumor from his colon and had been receiving treatment since the 31st of August. That was after the tumor was detected in routine tests. Brazil's all-time leading goal scorer has had various health issues, in fact, recently, having been admitted in 2019 and having gone under the knife back in 2015 as well. Now we turn to athletics. The World Anti-Doping Agency is set to review whether cannabis should remain a banned substance. The move follows American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson missing out on the Tokyo Olympics. That was after testing positive for the substance back in June. The 21-year-old later revealed that she had used cannabis to help cope with the death of her biological mother. WADA says the scientific review will begin next year and that cannabis will remain prohibited in 2022. Testing positive for cannabis currently carries a ban of up to 4 years, although that can be mitigated and reduced to 3 months if athletes can show that they were taking it not because of a sports performance-related motivation. Well, that's where we leave our sporting headlines for this morning. One headline I didn't cover, of course, Real Madrid was successful last night, and I'm sure someone is happy about that. Let's get one last take on the weather.
And that's why I love Graham, just letting you know. Hala Madrid. Let's move on to some of the weather news, shall we? Now let's start off with Buffalo City. Metropolitan Municipality is in the Eastern Cape and it's feeling the effects of the long-term devastating drought ravaging the province. Supply dams' average is below 33%. The Metro has already implemented its Stage 3 water restrictions program. Its two largest dams, which supply East London and Mdantsane, have dropped to 23% and 18% of capacity respectively. Buffalo City Metro's Mayor, Kola Bakati, says they are looking at other means, such as the provision of boreholes for rural communities or at the possibility of a desalination plant, and added, and I quote, "As of now, we have concluded that due to climate change, we're not going to have sustainable rainfall again." The municipality is also ramping up its public awareness campaign and has urged residents to report water leaks and, of course, reserve as much water as possible. Now, we love starting the day with your sunrise images from around the country, and this morning we kicked off with Adele Dalport from Grabie's Falls National Park, who captured the spectacular view overlooking the area as the sun rises in the distance. Then Adri Elise Kleinans didn't share her location with us, but we would love to start our day with this view she experienced as the sun rose over the ocean, illuminating the sky. Ellen Macheroth from Durbanville Hills sent through this brilliant shot overlooking the fields in her area as the sun peaks over the hills in the distance. Last but not least, Henny Deploy shared this photo of the sun rising in New Zealand that was sent to him by friends living there. Just take a look at those stunning colors stretching across the sky. The Wanderlust is really just inspired over there. Thank you for your sunrise pictures that bring a smile to all of our faces. But let's jump onto those temperatures to give you an idea of what to expect today. And let's look at you, Polokwane. First, 13 to 26 today. Bombela, 14. You rise to 21 degrees Celsius. Pretoria, 12 to 30. Johannesburg, you can expect 27 as your maximum with a 25% chance of rain. Mahikeng, 6 to 28 today. Klerksdorp, 5 is your minimum to a max of 29. Kimberley, 21 degrees Celsius. Your low is 3. Bloemfontein, 2 to 22. You're loving the 2s today, Bloem. Richards Bay, 15 to 20. Rain is expected, about a 60% chance. Pietermaritzburg, 9 to 15. An 81% chance of rain if it's not raining already in your area. Durban, 14 to 18. Mthatha, 5 to 14 today. East London, you got 10 this morning. You're up to 18. And then Cradock, 3 to 17. Gqeberha, you got 10 to 16 today. George, 8 up to 13 with a 64% chance of rain in your area. Cape Town, 12 to 16. Worcester, 16. Snap, that's also your maximum. Sutherland, you are below everybody, -2, but you're up to 12. And then Uppington, 7. And then you go up to 22 a little later. That's a wrap of those temperatures. And the thing is, we shared a little bit of TikTok with you. We are going to try it now. Wish us luck.
Well, the TikTok queen is here. King Olivia is here with 1 million followers, and we thought we're not going to let her go without teaching us how to do a proper TikTok. No longer savage. We're going to be doing Linda and Heather.
Yes, the Linda and Heather challenge.
Okay.
It's very simple. Don't stress. Not much dancing. I'll talk you through it.
Okay, Mzansi will show you how it's done first. So this is the clip, and this is how we are going to be doing the Linda and Heather challenge. Oh. Da-da-da-da.
We're Linda and Heather, best friends. Pink, 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 girls, girls, girls. Glitter, glitter, glitter.
Turn around.
Together forever. We're Linda and Heather.
I'll talk you through it, and then we can record it.
There's no way I'm doing this by myself, so I'm going to be calling Carl Wasty in to help me in because we are doing this together. Mr. Wasty, come on in. I know you've always wanted to do a TikTok with us, and you are the TikTok king.
I'm actually going to record you. Can I record you guys? I mean, I'm ready for it.
We need like a human tripod.
A human tripod. I got you covered.
Perfect.
All right, so what are we doing? So we are reversing the camera first, of course. Oh, hello there.
Hey, cute up.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh, sorry, when it's about you guys. Let me just... Okay, we flip in the camera. All right, ready to go.
Do you know the dance? No.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so the audio goes twink, twink, twink.
Twink, twink, twink.
Then you want to turn this way, it's opposite way. Show me, girls, girls, girls. Then move forward. Glitter, glitter, glitter.
Glitter, glitter, glitter.
Turn outside. Twirls, twirls, twirls. A little spin around.
Wow.
Then together, and then you give me your hand forever.
Nice influencer Neil here. There we go.
I'm Linda, you're Heather.
I'm Heather.
And then we make a little heart at the end.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, by the way, from my side recording, there's no other sort of touches and weights in there, because I know with TikTok, like you have to just assemble this thing together.
Do you know where the timer button is?
Yes, I do. I see the timer. Also, I got a dog effect here that you may want to use.
No.
I'm just letting you know. Okay, fine. I got the timer button. So yes, timer
3
button
seconds.
over there. What are we doing?
Okay.
3 seconds.
Are you ready?
So wait, before the music, you can go ching, ching, ching. Shimmy,
girls,
shimmy,
girls,
shimmy.
girls. glitter, glitter, glitter. Turn around.
Rubber,
twirls,
rubber,
twirls,
rubber,
twirls.
rubber.
Me together, you forever.
You are Linda, I am Heather, and we are...
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
We are done.
Okay, let me just make sure I'm deleting the other one that you guys did as well. I just want to make sure that's there, and then we can start and go.
So we're going to give you this phone so that you can actually play the music, and then we're going to sync it together.
Oh, that's great. So I'm playing the
she has
music and I'm shooting at the same time.
It's the very last
You are more
video.
than just a tripod, Colway. See, you are everything.
The very last, the 10-second video.
Yes,
You
yes.
are
Oh, this
TikTok
is so much
husband
fun.
right now.
I'm ready for this. Okay, great stuff. Okay, let me get
You're going to tell me when to go,
This
okay?
is going to be
Shimmy, shimmy,
phenomenal. I can't wait. I'm excited about this. Where's your volume button?
There we go.
Oh, look at me go. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, are you ready?
Yes. 3.
Oh, this is multitasking
Yeah,
at its
it is.
best. I am ready for this. Right, are you ladies ready?
We are.
Okay, we're going to start shooting?
Yes.
All right, and ready.
This is my TikTok face.
Is your TikTok face going? And shall we rumble in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Well done, not there.
Ooh, okay, can we do 3 seconds?
Yes, we can. You're going 3 seconds. 3-second timer. You guys ready?
Yes.
Woo, this is the best.
The pressure is on, Carl. All the pressure's on you.
I can tell the pressure's on. I'm doing my thing here. Yeah. Do you see? This is why I'm not in TikTok. The patience that you need on this is crazy. All right, you ladies ready? Let's see. I hope I'm doing the right thing here. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Together forever. I'm Linda. I'm Heather. Best friends.
Best friends. What?
That was amazing. By the way, I had more fun shooting it.
Now
Just letting you
remember,
know.
she does 30 of these every single day, and I struggle to do one.
I try my best. I try my best.
But I actually, what I love is, I really love the fact that at the end, there's actually a little bit of you there. Look at that upshot in your nostril. It's fantastic. That's what gets you trending. If you ask me,
going
that's what
viral.
gets you trending.
My nostrils are going viral right now. Hashtag James Nostrils on the Smoky Breakfast Show.
By the way, that's actually a new trend if you think about it. It's just like that. Wow. Fantastic. Thank you so much, ladies. Now from pink glitter to twirling girls and nostrils. This trend is easy and fun. Now grab your bestie, your bae, your loved one and try it for yourself. And then remember to use the hashtags TikTok and Expresso Show when you post. And while you're at it, check Expresso out on TikTok as well and see all the behind-the-scenes fun that we get up to. From our moves to our nostrils, we got you covered.
Together forever.
I'm Linda.
I'm Heather.
Best friends.
Nostrils.
Rich taste that says you've arrived. Uyigakara. Living a life of illusion. Leaving your finances on the rocks. In this world of Bazotina Bantu, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. You're live at S3, and as you've probably seen all over social media, TV, radio, just about everywhere, Samsung,
even
print as well, mental telepathy. People have been telling you about Samsung, and they have unveiled their brand new range of foldable devices. That's right, foldable, that have taken the world by storm. Now, not only are the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G powerful devices that'll make you do life differently, but they are super slick and sexy. And how do you possibly do this stylish phone justice and bring it forward to the world to see? Well, Team Samsung knows exactly how to do it. You simply call on an equally stylish friend. Yeah. That's what you do. You make a call. Hello, Sarah. Hi, we need to ask you something. Then Sarah answers and says, no problem, I got your back. Then we have somebody on our couch telling us how she became a friend of the Flip or Unfold. This is actually amazing. So, welcome to Sarah Langa on the Feel Good Breakfast Show. Yes, she answered the call. We called her too. She said yes. Yes.
Because you're awesome. Thank you. Always so good to connect with you. You are so good at what you do. The kind of content you create is amazing. Jamie's having a massive fangirl moment because she kind of really sees you as...
selfies often.
Exactly.
Don't say that too loud because she might run in here.
Yeah, no, she just might. She's glowing. She's glowing at the moment. Yeah. But there is a reason why Samsung utilize your particular skill set in this way. But before we do that, I feel it's vital that we just check in after the crazy year and a half that we've all experienced collectively. As a content creator, how have you been? Are you okay? How are you in this mad world?
Thanks for checking, because sometimes I don't feel okay, but today I feel awesome because I'm in Cape Town. Even though the weather hasn't been cooperating, I feel great. I mean, I've recently got my new device. There's a lot to be excited about. It's made it easier for me to take content, so my job's a lot more easier. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, which is incredible.
It's a head start. Think of it as a head start on everyone else.
Yes.
That's how we do. But that's good. That's good to hear.
So they made the call. I mentioned this, right? They called you. And you said, hey, I'm keen. And now you are one of those friends of the Flip and Fold, which is great. So you've also migrated from I believe it was a Galaxy Z Fold 2 to the Fold 3.
Yeah.
How has that experience been for you, the migration and also the updates of technology too?
So my journey with the Fold started last year during peak lockdown. And I'm like a completely independent content creator. So every content that I take is either used online or on my own personal platforms, but I have to take it myself. So the Fold has always been the perfect device for me because I'm able to take content without using a tripod or without needing anyone to take the photos for me. So I think that it's really changed a lot of the ways that I've been able to take content, and now I'm completely flexible. I'm able to take content no matter where I am, which has been awesome. But I think just witnessing the changes between the Fold 2 to the Fold 3 has been awesome. I mean, I was really skeptical about the transition because I've gathered so much data on my previous device, on the Z Fold 2, and I was just worried that if I change my phone, how am I going to move all of the information from here to my new device, which was really easy because Samsung has now introduced this function called Smart Switch, which makes it super... Have you used it?
Yeah, no,
how awesome is it?
It's a game changer.
Right?
It really is, yeah.
So you get your new device and you can basically have all data from your previous device in your new device in just a matter of a few minutes. You can do it wirelessly on the Smart Switch app, or you can do it using the cord that you get with your device. And it's super easy. You basically don't feel like you have a new device because you have all of the old information on the new device with all of the new benefits of the new device.
That sounds so cool. It's like stepping into a new car.
And this is how like dumb I am, but even like your wallpaper will come up and everything will be the same. You're like, okay, it's fine. No, it is. It's a game changer again in terms of how you can utilize it beyond just being a content creator. When you've got to process that data, I would imagine you're working on the go as well. The fact that you can have 3 apps open at the same time, I'm just thinking of the processing power that must take. And that little guy over there, the S Pen, how much of a difference has that made for you?
So I am basically 5 different people at one. You know, not only am I a content creator, but I'm a student, I own my own business. So being able to multitask on my device is really important. And I'm sure you know, like you said, you can open 3 different apps or 3 different functionalities on the same screen. It's so awesome because it helps you actually integrate the apps. So you can go from like taking down notes, to watching YouTube, to listening to music all at the same time. Yes, definitely. And what makes it nicer with the new Galaxy Z Fold 3 is that you can do it with the S Pen.
And it comes with, incidentally, it comes with its own S Pen, and it's worth noting that this is not just any S Pen, it's specifically for this device.
And can I just say that this entire look, it's super classy. It's super, I'm ready for business. Even though, I mean, you could be playing a game on there, but if you're rolling it like that, it looks like you're doing something important.
Exactly,
right?
especially with the S Pen, right?
Yes, that's
it looks
the
like
thing.
you're doing a spreadsheet.
I know.
You're doing a spreadsheet
I'm
right
doing
now.
serious things right now. And that's the nice thing about the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is that it's completely versatile. You can work, play, and watch from your device. So I can go from like watching Netflix to taking down notes and watching lectures to even like just listening to music and playing with apps. So it's really fun from that perspective. I can actually show you. So all you have to do is, there's a button on your side screen that enables you to split your screen.
Pointed at that guy.
Okay.
Okay.
It allows you to, so if you swipe on the right-hand side of your screen, you have two different buttons, right? So either you can split your screen into 3 different screens or 2 different screens. And all you do is you basically drag your apps from here to the screen that you want it to go to. So I normally have my notes on the bigger screen.
Yes.
Like that.
That is so cool, because now while you're watching, you can do some notes if you are doing like.
Now you're watching Netflix and it reminds you like, oh, I need bread.
Exactly.
Hey, we're getting bread.
And then you have your shopping list on the side.
There's
and
recipes as well that you can pick up as well.
Exactly. You can watch a YouTube tutorial and take down notes.
Oh,
and make,
come on.
Look at that.
And there's a third screen now. And that's like when you
screen.
You can tell someone about what you're taking down while you're watching some Get Out.
And you can actually customize the side screen to any app that you want. So you can go from YouTube to Netflix, your Gmail, which is really great because you can basically choose any app you want. You can go from like watching Netflix to writing notes to it's really
it's a game changer. I love the fact it goes from being a normal sized phone to being bigger than
my little tablet here as well. It's great. No, but I think that one thing that's also important that I've noticed from watching you interact with it is that you also have to have a really good manicure if you are to deal
the nail
with
game
the Galaxy Fold 3 5G. You must be very careful. Get yourself a manicure first. It's important. Be good to your phone. Your phone will be good to you. I'm just kidding, but it's just it just looks so good on screen now. But that was wonderful, and I think you've given us all the reason as to why that is the phone of choice, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G, and it's just like it's super stylish, as you can see. It has so much heart to it. It's got power. It's got flexibility. It has got just
literally.
It's really
and figuratively. It's got flexibility
of different types of things that you can do all on one screen. If you want to unfold your world, then you can sign up for a pre-order now on the Samsung website at samsung.com and qualify for some amazing deals and accessories.
But if you are feeling lucky, then join us again tomorrow. This is going to blow your mind, I know, because Team Samsung will be back in studio. And we'll be doing a massive giveaway where you can stand a chance of winning a Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G.
Yes, please.
Oh, but you've got to watch it to win, so make sure you don't miss it. Sarah Lange, you're a legend. A legend. And thank you so much. I can see how much this has made a difference in your life. Really, really big FOMO right now. Oh. So we are all about elevating our lives on Expresso, from obviously foldable phones, which are blowing our mind, to finding new colors to paint your walls. And it's a new season, so maybe a chance to inspire your home with some new color.
Indeed, you know, and also choosing a color can be quite overwhelming, like finding the right choice and textures. So Tabiso, our new DIY Fundi, shows us how to select our paint from these popular options from Plascon. Do take a look.
It's Plascon DIY time once again, and today we're taking a look at the different types of paints available out there and helping you decide on the right type of paint specifically for your home and to suit your needs, because Plascon has a wide range of products and paints that are specifically designed to suit your needs no matter what look you are going for. Well, let's take a look at some interior paint options. We start with the Plascon Double Velvet Pure. It is fantastic. I'll tell you why. Because it gives you that velvet sheen, but also it is easy to clean and now comes with air purifying technology. How amazing! The Plascon Double Velvet Pure has a unique stain barrier that forms a multi-layered protective coating, preventing dirt from penetrating the paint, which is great for high traffic areas. If you're looking for that plush matte finish, hang on, I've got something for you, the Plascon Cashmere Interior. It is absolutely incredible because it's got that unique triple action bead technology that hides imperfections on walls, especially those interior walls. It's also perfect if you're looking for a matte finish in any room of the house. Nice! Now we take a look at those hard-wearing areas. They're always so busy, they work so hard for us. Kitchens, bathrooms, doors, trims. Velva Glow water-based is the answer for that. Now this is great because it's steam resistant, but it's also easily washable and it's resilient. When it comes to thinking paint for the exterior, you wanted to do a couple of things. You wanted to be strong, you wanted to be durable, but you also wanted to look great. Introducing Micatex. Now, Micatex is wonderful for all your exterior projects. It has a wonderful matte finish that has water-through protection, making it really strong and durable, which is something you really want. It's even 2 times thicker than conventional paints, and it includes Polycell fine crack filler, which prevents damp on walls as it covers hairline cracks. Well, hopefully you're a little wiser now when it comes to selecting the right paint for your finishes as well as application in or outside of the house. From Plascon and I, happy painting. Remember, together, we've got this.
Exactly how it's done. Thank you so much, Uncle Tabsy. That is how you elevate your home using a fresh paint of color, all thanks to Plascon.
Live the latest interior design as the Parks Lifestyle Apartments in Riversands host this year's Home Deco Expo. With 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments fully decorated by 10 top interior deco talents, you can buy complete looks, individual pieces or copy signature designs. And with entrance free on open day, get to the Parks Lifestyle Apartments just off William Nicol in Fourways for Home Deco Expo, 18th to 19th September and the 24th to the 26th of September.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we continue down a tech front and our minds continue to be blown. We had the lovely Sarah Langer here just a moment ago and we thought we'd switch now. We'd flip, okay, from the Galaxy Z Fold 3, which was epic and multitasking and just incredible with that double screen, 3 apps open and S Pen, crazy. But its style and aesthetic is your game, then that's cool. Then maybe you want to try something different if this suits your lifestyle that Mr. Wasty, I think, has identified.
Yes.
The Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G is what you need. And here to tell us why the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is the ultimate style statement and power phone is lifestyle content creator Kiara Kittner. Kiara, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You look like the cat that got the cream. Hey, you look like really pleased with yourself.
Right.
Hey, this is clearly the right device for your bag. Please hold your
because the bag must, because if you don't know, the bag and the shoes actually work together. I've noticed this, and you can only
That was intentional.
It wasn't intentional. Yes, it was.
Of course it was.
It's so cool. But if I look at it now, we've discussed Fold, and that's great. But apparently Samsung called you too. They were, hey Kiara, what's up? And then you were like, no, it's all good. And they were like, hey, you want to fold or flip? You're like, I'll go with flip, girl. And then that's what happened with you. So what drew you? That's basic. By the way, that's exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the call. But what was it about this device that got you saying that's one is definitely for me?
Okay, well, first of all, I have the perfect device that flips in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without compromising on any features whatsoever. So that already caught my eye. As you can see, my mini handbag is not trending right now. The smaller, the better. So to have a phone that fits in them, I can't compete with that.
Done and dusted.
Absolutely.
It's I don't want to say novel because it's quite different, but they've backed it up and they've jam-packed it full of features. What has it been like migrating to this? Does it feel very different?
It does, for several reasons. So because I'm creating content, I'm on the go.
Yeah.
Part of my lifestyle is capturing my outfits of the day. So this device makes it so much easier for me. As you can see, my cover screen is bigger on this device now. So I'm going to show you something real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to double click.
Okay, boom, boom.
I have my camera on my cover screen right now. And the cool thing about this is I'm taking a selfie, but it's going to use the best camera there is on the phone. Usually the selfie camera on phones are not exactly. So the back camera of the cell phones are always better quality. So here, I can hold it like that. I'm literally going to put my hand up, and it just took a selfie. No hands.
Oh, you just waved at it.
I just waved at it.
Hey.
Another one, just like that. It's incredible.
You know what this does in a restaurant? It causes intrigue. Somebody's going to, you know...
Waiters are just walking over to tables, yes?
They're like,
no.
No, you're like, no, it's actually my phone.
Do waiters keep bringing you the bill?
Yeah, because you're always doing that.
Yeah, hello, sorry.
Okay, so this phone has something called, I've heard about it, Flexi Mode.
Yes.
And I wanted to know a bit more about Flexi Mode because in case you've been under a rock and you haven't done the research like we've done. Flexi Mode.
How do you flex that? How do you flex with
Oh,
this phone?
yeah.
So as you see, we flip, before we flex. So now if I open my phone and I go into camera mode, I'm going to put it onto selfie right now.
Okay.
And as you can see right now, I have a full screen. Okay.
Yes.
But I'm going to flip my phone.
Oh, what?
Halfway. Okay.
Are you flexing now? Now are you flexing?
First of all, I have essentially 2 screens here. Okay, but that's another whole story. Right now, we're talking about flex mode. So
yes, please.
This pretty much works as a tripod. I can put it on any surface. Let's actually put it on the couch, okay?
It's almost like this was designed for your kind of content creation. It
Exactly.
really is,
So no matter where I am, I can balance it anywhere. And yet again, hold my hand up.
Hey.
But this, I also know with regard to the new normal, look at those calls, the video calls. Yeah, often with your device, you're trying to put it onto a place where it can stand up so it looks like you've made the effort to get your laptop out. But now this looks good.
Yeah, you don't need a tripod. I mean, even if, let's say, I'm cooking and I want to watch a YouTube video, just balancing it anywhere, it just, the convenience is everything.
Man.
That's so
Training, exercising, doing a video, hit workouts, absolutely awesome. But you don't even need to open it to use it. How
Exactly. You don't. So with this cover screen, I can double tap here. I can see the weather. I'm seeing my notifications. You essentially have a mini screen on the outside of your phone, so you don't even have to open it to access it.
Man.
Wowza. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say wow. And now, not only is this phone versatile, unique, it's such a great utility to have, why would you say this is the accessory of the season. Like, why you
It does kind of feel like a fashion accessory as much as it's a device.
Exactly. So that's exactly what drew me to it. It's so sleek, the aesthetic, it's stylish, the color. Can we take a moment for the screen? It's this
Sexy,
beautiful
yeah.
muted green.
Yes.
It's sophisticated, and it's a fashion statement on its own. So before we even get to any technology, which I'm no pro at, I just love the aesthetics of it.
And it takes a damn good photo, just like you. You are amazing at what you do, so keep doing the amazing work.
Thank you.
The FOMO is really real.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
I think we've found the two devices that are perfect for us,
Exactly.
for our lifestyles.
It's
hey?
good. We got the fold man and a flip man here. And thanks a lot for, I mean, you flipped the script for us though, and actually gave us a great advertisement, both you and Sarah, as to how these devices are great.
There's gravitas with the kind of content that you create, so keep doing that. You're amazing. I can understand why Samsung sought out why they phoned you. How did they phone?
Yo, what's up, Kiara? You good, man? You want to flip?
Wait, we got to flip it.
Hey, what's up, girl? Keep doing the incredible work that you're doing, and just keep being so lucky that you get given phones every day. That's amazing.
Wow, if that whole thing made you go, flip, I need that phone, then it's a good thing. If you're ready to switch to the flip, then join us again tomorrow, because Team Samsung are back in studio and they are bringing a brand new Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G that Graham and I will be begging for, but you can actually win it because it's a giveaway. So for all of the info that you need as to how to enter, you just have to go to the Expresso. You can actually go onto the show tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, wake up early, go flip, I can win today, and then don't fold for this opportunity. Win it tomorrow.
Well, we are back, and you don't need to have FOMO because they are back once again on the Expresso stage to be graced by the talents of the ladies from Aurora. And this time they're bringing us an oldie, a golden oldie from Diana Ross, and it's her 1980 classic, My Old Piano. Ladies, do your thing. performance like that. Lekker J, man. Lekker J. Aurora here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. They still have one performance coming your way. You don't want to miss it, but let us know what you thought of that. We'll see you after this.
Join Expresso this spring to stand a chance of winning a 4,000 Rand Plascon voucher weekly as we ask how you colour your life. Is it the cherry red in your ride, maybe the burst of new blues from your garden, or the sunsets and seascapes of a favourite getaway? Well, answer our weekly social media question and find the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Then colour your life with 4,000 Rand paint vouchers to be won all spring on Expresso.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back. This is Expresso on S3, and I have a recipe for you, something special. Now, if you've always wanted to try your hand at a snoek, I know it can be intimidating. There's a chance for you, thanks to Chef Clem's recipe. It's bursting with flavor, and he throws in a spectacular charred sweet potato salad as well that's going to make everybody come back to your house, even though you don't want them there. That's how good this recipe is. It happens to the best of us. Chef Clem! Hello.
Don't you want people at your house?
The thing, you know, COVID and stuff, you know, so
okay.
People, so if you cook too well, they're like, hi, Carl, you want to...
Then like, you that guy. And then they arrive with rolls. And then they think that's
No,
okay.
they arrive with a pack of sausage, man. And I'm just like, look, I'm bringing out snoek, your quality that Chef Clem taught me, and you're coming here with like, no, I got sausage. And the great thing about the sausage that they bring along, it's not thawed yet.
It's frozen. So they can take it home again.
Yes. Just telling you.
Okay, who's on? Where's the camera? Where's the camera?
There.
Is it you?
It's there.
Do you do that? Is it...
Tell them. Just tell them, Chef Clem.
No.
Thank you.
No, don't be that person.
Don't do that.
Okay, right. Let's do this. I love this recipe. Because people are intimidated by cooking seafood anytime on a braai.
But can we ask first and foremost, the reason as to why there's intimidation is because if I look at a snoek, the skin of the snoek is the biggest problem. For me, if you're going to hit the coals too hot, that skin is going to stick, and then you're going to have the crumbly snoek to serve to your guests. And often you mask it by putting it onto like a nice board and then putting a dip there. However, there is a way. Chef Clem has said that there is actually a way.
Okay.
Take me through it.
So, if you wrap your snoek in something that's not likely to stick to the grill,
yes,
you're winning. So I'm like, okay, cool. You can wrap it in a bag and then put it on the braai, but it's not going to get the flavor.
No,
How about you wrap it in some pancetta?
Are you saying that you can wrap?
I can't wrap
a snoek
but you can wrap a snoek in pancetta.
No, I'm just saying that if you want to make something better, you actually look at this thing, it's called pancetta. And I know that you may not even put this in a book, but when I have a look, I'm going to say it's snoek. So that's basically how you wrap a snoek.
I like how everybody's just quiet.
I know.
They don't, can you not clap for them?
No, it's fine. I'm okay. No, it's fine. I don't need a clap.
Thank you.
Fine.
Thank you.
I don't need clap. I don't need clap. It just calm down. Remember, have a seat. He said wrap snook.
Do you know we talk
See
so
what I
much, we haven't even like done a single bit of cooking yet. But, okay, let's go. So we're doing snook, and the thing, like you said, snook, the skin is notoriously sticky, gets stuck to your grill, and then it's a whole mess.
Yes.
The flesh is delicate as well, okay? So it ends up like getting destroyed, and then what do? Frikadels with it.
Okay,
but
that's
do
the thing, you know, and I feel like that this has been a massive problem. Now, if I look at let's just say every family's got their own braai culture. What's been happening is that usually what happens is somebody will put the snook on the braai when the coals are too hot, and it gets too crumbly, and next thing you know, they're like, baby, get a spatula quickly, and then they're scraping this stuff off there, and there's a lot of panic, and then they're dropping it, and there's almost a bowl of snook, and you're like, wasn't that a whole snook? So you keep the whole, throw away the bowl. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Whole snook is important, right?
Whole snook. You know we do apricot or peach jam?
Yes.
Right? But we know that citrus goes really well with seafood.
I love citrus.
So why not use a citrus medley jam? So we're replacing that first, okay?
I've actually seen the citrus medley jam in Woolworths.
Absolutely, that's where you get it.
The one that I think is just... And okay, so now this part of it, for those who have never experienced the snook with the jam that we grew up with, there is a lot of... Okay. I could have handed that to you.
No, but I like when you talk. You talk with your hands. It's expressive. People want to see that.
That's fine. But the jam itself, because snook itself, flavor-wise, it doesn't have a lot of the flavor to it unless you work with it and slow it down and you actually focus on the flavor. This is probably why for so many years we've been packing flavor in to our filleted snook on the braai.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It just absorbs flavor. That's why we like it on the braai, because it absorbs the smoke so well.
Yes.
And then anything else you add to it, just and it's there. Okay.
And I think another thing is also the jam is there for moisture, because one thing that this fish does is that it just gets dry if you're not careful.
A dry snook.
And this is where the intimidation comes in. It's the skin and it's the dryness and how to manage those things. Now, with you putting citrus on there, this is magic, right?
Right. So we're going to encase the snook in the pancetta. So you're kind of creating a capsule, okay? It goes into the braai. There's a lot of moisture now. We've added the jam, we've added the citrus. It's going to start steaming. We're going to steam the snook from the inside, getting the smokiness on the outside. It's how you do it. Okay, so also, this is the lightly smoked snook from Woolies.
Yes.
Sustainability first. We track it from line to dine. We know where it's been. We know it's going to end up in your belly. So, it's sustainable. And again, we're talking about seafood a lot this week. Sustainability first. Before you say seafood, you got to say sustainability.
It's a big thing for me. I've watched the documentaries. I'm very open to those types of things and those types of sanctions and all of the labels that you'll find in the packaging you'll find at Woolworths. I know that. I look for it, and this is great. But now the wrapping part is the delicate part, and I think there could be a little skill here. So I'm going to shut up and pay attention.
I'm going to start on this and start separating these little rashers of pancetta.
What do you want me to do? Can I do something for you while we're waiting?
I've got some sweet potato that I charred on the braai.
Great.
No, the rain came down out of nowhere.
We were going to be outside. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the rain came down, but luckily we were able to char our sweet potatoes before it came down.
Okay.
So sweet potatoes, we like sweet potatoes and snook together.
Love.
But we're going to make it a bit herby. You got some dill, you got some chives, you got some Dijon, whole grain mustard, you got some honey, because it's delicious. And then you got some garlic, pepper, olive oil. Can you mix it all together for me and then dress your sweet potato?
Is that all?
That's it.
I'm just mixing this together. I also have some citrus over here. You want me to drop that in as well while we do that?
You could microplane it. We don't, but just half, squeeze in the juice. Okay,
cool.
So all you want to do, I prefer doing it from the larger side down to the tail.
All right.
You can see where that cavity is over there. So just start aiming for that, and all you want to do is just tuck.
Actually, you want to watch this? I want to do this, but I want to watch this because this is something that I might just try this weekend.
It's a great way to not have a fish catch on your braai, but it also adds a most amazing flavor.
So what I've also seen you doing there, Chef, is that you're also adding extra smokiness because pancetta naturally is smoked as well. So
and you know.
This is great.
You know what goes really well with smoke? Sweetness, and we've added that sweetness in there by the jam. So this is just like a flavor sensory explosion.
It is indeed. I can tell that it's something that you have to try because of those flavors. I mean, already if I was watching us right now.
Yes.
I would braai in the morning. I'd be okay with it.
Why not?
Because I'd give it a shot this morning.
Right now.
That's the great thing about it.
Absolutely. Okay. So what you want to do is you actually you see the little bits of gaps?
Yes.
Once I've done this now, so I've secured it. Now I can go in with other brushes and start filling up those gaps. You'll also notice if you make this on the braai, and by the time you're done, you're like, where's my pancetta? It's gone. It actually melts into the skin of the snook. So your guests will actually never know that there's pancetta on your snook. Carl! That's a very serious look the way you stir in that bowl, eh?
I just want to make sure that it's got to be a good coating,
I've
man.
never seen you so serious. Okay.
I'm very serious about food. When the way this is going, I want to try this.
So, Carl.
Great. Yeah, okay, talk to me.
Here's the thing. Imagine this is a fire. It just, guys, work with me because, like I said, we were supposed to be outside.
Okay, we all fantasize.
Hold your hand about 30 centimeters above the fire, okay?
Yep.
If you can count to 3 before it gets too hot and uncomfortable. So you got 1, 2, 3, okay? Pull away.
Yeah.
It's too hot for your snook, but that's a good temperature for your steaks.
Yes.
Your steaks on that. So what you're looking for is a 4 count. If you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it gets too hot, that's a perfect temperature you want for your snook. You don't want to overdo it.
I love
it. You don't want to spend too much time cooking your snook because it will dry out. So that 4 count is exactly what you're looking for. Carl, okay,
I'm
this
ready.
goes down. If you are doing it inside, understand?
Yeah.
What I do is I suspend it on a wire rack and then put it down on the roasting tray so the air can circulate between the fish as it cooks. Okay, Carl.
Done.
Done. Done.
Done. Finished. Done, done, finished. That's what it is.
There's no need to braai for 5 hours. You leave your guests sitting there like, no, this is a quick one. This is how you do it. You can still have your 5-hour braai.
That's
Just
great.
start with this first.
You know what? It's beautiful. It is sensational. Chef Clem, as per normal, the man is a genius, as you know. So if you want to wrap your snook, I suggest you do it with pancetta. It makes things a whole lot better. And if you want to let your food say, hey, all you have to do is go to woolworths.co.za.
You.
Drops Mike and Snook.
Simple as CBD should be.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show, and we're back one more time on the Expresso stage to be sent into the rest of the day by girl group Aurora. And this song might make you feel daring, optimistic, and like want you to try something new. Here they are with a new single called Something New Just For You.
Looking at the stars at night, it feels so young. Getting ready to go dance the night away. Honey, we are here and boy, we're here to stay. Can you feel the vibe? Do you feel the vibe tonight? If it feels alright, let your body wipe. Giving you something new, feel it coming. Giving you something new, I know you want it, baby. Giving you something new, it's a party. Giving you something new, something. Now we've come to show what we are here to do. Come and have some fun, let's have a drink or two. we're bringing something new. And I'm telling you, there ain't no substitute. Can you feel it? Can you feel the vibe? Do you feel the vibe tonight? Can you feel the vibe? Yes, you can. If it feels alright, let your body wine. Alright, we bring you something new, giving you something new. Feel it coming, giving you something new. I know you want it, baby. Giving you something new. It's a party. Giving you something new, something, something. See, I know it's been a while. It feels so good. I gotta take my time, 'cause we on tonight. Damn, it feels so right when you hear the song go on. Tell the DJ play all night long. We'll be done tonight. We can stop tonight. Alright, can you feel the vibe? Do you feel the vibe tonight? If it feels alright, let your body wine. Alright, alright. Giving you something new, something new. Feel it coming. Giving you something. We gotta give, we gotta give, we gotta give, we gotta give. Giving you something new. It's a party. Giving you something new, something, something. One more time. Giving you something new. Shout out to Mr. Albace. Giving you something new. Giving you something new. One time. Giving you something new. Something, something.
Yes. Yes, you are giving us something new. Absolutely beautiful. Ladies, take a bow. That was superb. Ah, man. They've
That
got
was an
a...
exclusive, by the way. That was an
Yes.
exclusive, brand new single, Something New, and you feel
I'm so glad the events industry is starting to wake up again, because they are going to dominate. They are going to do so well. Ladies, thank you for blessing us with your considerable talents this morning. So impressive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful.
All right. So it's been a day.
Do you see what's happening right now?
Have you satiated your fangirl?
What's happening?
We're best friends right now.
Really?
Yeah, she follows me on Instagram.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she though?
Oh, she doesn't
Did you
follow
actually
you
follow?
guys.
Yeah.
No, it's
Sorry, guys, I'm not trying to follow too many people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you one of those kind of influencers? Like, I follow everyone and I like everyone. I like every photo.
I do the same
I'm
thing.
a liker. That's what I do.
I like so many people. If I have to follow everyone that I like, I won't see all the content. So I have to follow specific people, like people that I want to see every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That basically means not us.
No. I can't unfollow people without feeling like I'm like betraying them.
But you're the best person. He will comment on everything.
Yep.
Like, if you need a person to comment, he's your high person.
But like, we understand what clients want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need that engagement, so I'll follow you as long as you're commenting on all of my photos.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I'm learning how to, like, you know, I'll even save your thing and you know, up the engagement. I've got to ask, so we put it to our viewers this morning, around a braai, what kind of person are they? You said you don't cook, but when it comes to a braai, being Heritage Month, what do you do? Are you a salad maker? Do you?
So I am like the garlic roll person.
Bringer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bringer. Ah, that's a critical
so
skill.
I'll bring the garlic roll because that's probably like what I'm gonna finish.
But that's critical. No, it's a vital cog in the machine.
And I'll bring all the drinks.
Girl.
The drinks are the most important part of a braai. Like,
Yeah.
what's a braai without drinks?
You're the turn-up.
And,
Okay, I
and
dig
you make
that.
sure that we have content for the bride.
Exactly.
Like, the pictures are there,
yes.
it is up there. My friend.
It's been such a pleasure hosting you this morning. Thank you so much for joining us and introducing us to technology that we don't have yet. We love you guys. If you want some of that tech, tune in tomorrow. We'll see you then. Love ya. Bye.
Love you.
Here's to the season of sunny breakfasts, healthy lunch breaks in the great outdoors, and romantic sunset dinners. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.